right, we're live.
You might have Ashley's no where she's going.
What's going on, DJ?
What up, man? We live.
Something I used to be so far away from Jeremiah.
What happened again?
Something I used to be so far away from Jeremiah.
Yep, there you are.
Pause.
Yeah, back in the field with the track stars, Ryan Righteous, Shantana, DJ Jeremiah. What's good?
All right, this show is sponsored by Unapologetic Urban Wear. It's time to get that hoodie season going, y'all. Go on out to urbanmerch.com. Unapologeticmerch.com and check out all the latest, man. They got the Yeshua hoodie. They got the Unapologetic hoodie. Awesome, awesome, awesome brands. Make sure you check them out.
Yo, we are live from Dash Atlanta.
Yeah, man.
How y'all doing?
Yeah.
Y'all feeling good? We got the whole crew in here. Ryan Righteous, Shantana, DJ Jeremiah, Rick Sincere, Trey holding the camera. We got Kevin in the corner. We doing that thing, man.
Yeah, man.
I like that Kevin in the corner. That's dope.
Yeah, that is dope.
Kevin in the corner.
All right, man. We got an awesome producer handling my normal duties. So I feel weird. I feel weird not touching nothing. But we
not controlling nothing.
Yeah, you either.
Shout out to you, sir.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you.
So let's just get into the cool stuff, man. So since we're in a cool studio today, we wanted to do something called the top 10 Christmas movies of all time. Y'all ready for this?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Top 10 Christmas movies of all time. We're gonna have fun today. All right. So what we're gonna do? We kind of got a running list going, and we're gonna maybe debate the top 5.
Yeah.
So 10 through 6. You ain't got no choice on these. All right. Number 10. Frosty the Snowman. Y'all feel good about that?
Not being on my top 10, no.
All right, it's no choice. No choice. Number 9, Miracle on 34th Street.
No. I saw it, but I don't.
It's a classic, man.
It's a classic.
I know it's a classic, but I don't believe it belongs in the top 10.
Number 8,
No.
Elf. Y'all saw Elf?
Yes.
And Elf need to be higher?
Yeah.
No.
It doesn't need to be higher,
So-
but I see its place.
The only question I have is like which generation is deciding this? Because it
Us.
sounds
Yeah.
okay.
Me and Jeremiah.
Okay.
Number 7, It's a Wonderful Life. See, if you don't know nothing about It's a Wonderful Life,
I'm
you're too
saying that.
young.
You're too young. You're
I've
really
seen
young.
that.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
I know
well
what
dope.
it is, but I never saw it because
It goes to Christmas past,
Is it?
Christmas future.
No.
It's
That's
a
not
Wonderful
it.
Life.
I thought that was a Wonderful Life.
That's not it. That's Christmas Carol. It's a
Oh,
Wonderful Life.
wow.
It's a
Scrooge.
lovely rich white man who wanted to give up on life,
Are
and
you
some
talking about the
angel.
1946 version?
I think so, yeah. And an angel came to him
That
and
makes me too young.
convinced him to,
But that's also like a black and white movie. So
Yeah.
every time I skip over it, I'm like, I can't do this.
It's a
We're talking
classic.
about classics, man. We're not talking about
All
what just
time,
came
right?
out like 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
We're talking about all time.
Then why is Elf on the list?
Because Elf is funny. It's funny.
It's all time.
Wait,
All time.
But we're talking about.
It's
See, that's what I'm saying. The
You know what I
timing
mean? Like you
doesn't
said,
make
we're not
sense.
talking about just a
I
little
told
while
you,
ago. Elf
we ain't
just came
debating
out.
these. These are
All right.
set in stone.
All right.
All right, number 6, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Classic.
Classic. Comes on every
Hey,
year.
that wait.
And they trying to
wait.
flip Rudolph
Yeah,
now.
that movie's been getting some hits lately.
Yeah.
Like, it's been taking some lumps.
Oh, tell him what.
Well, I don't actually know why, but I didn't
But
really
they were
dive all the
saying
way
that
in, right?
it was too problematic. Like it's almost bullying and it's too. I was like, yo, it's not getting that soft. Come on. It's
You talking about the society is not getting that.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
No.
they're saying that's what it
I thought it was about anti-bullying.
It is, but they were just saying like Rudolph is having a rough time going through what he's going through, and we shouldn't be showing that to kids.
They said Rudolph has been marginalized.
Yeah.
Number 5. This is where y'all can start debating. All right. Number 5, A Charlie Brown Christmas.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strong, right?
I don't know if that's strong.
That's
enough to be in
strong.
top 5.
A Charlie Brown Christmas. Everybody seen
A
it.
classic.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Why not?
Here's
What's
the
the
thing.
part that makes you feel like it belongs in the top 5?
Y'all are
good.
calling it
When
classic,
Snoopy-
but it may not be like the
Snoopy?
best. That was very low quality. Like
Low quality.
there's no substance to that movie.
It's a classic.
Quality.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
I need to hear more before I
Alright, let's
before
go.
I cement that 5 spot.
Number 4, How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Yes.
Absolutely. Which
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
You
Yeah.
like Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
Now
Yeah.
that is a good question. Are we talking about the live action one, or are we talking about
Not
the
this new one.
cartoon?
Oh, the cartoon. Have you seen the new ones? The Grinch.
No, I ain't talking about. I ain't
Trash.
seen the new one.
Trash.
I saw the original one, and then I saw Jim Carrey.
Okay. The original one's good. Jim Carrey good.
Which
New
one's on
one
this
trash.
list?
I think this is
That-
Jim Carrey.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Jim Carrey, yeah, I'm with that.
You with that?
Yeah, yeah.
Number 3.
I
This is
almost cried during
controversial.
that movie.
Okay. Number 3. This is controversial. Die Hard.
Why is that a Christmas? No.
Is it a Christmas movie? No.
No.
Everybody
Is it a
said-
Christmas movie?
everybody
It
keeps
is a
saying-
Christmas movie. It
it
has
is
to
a
go
Christmas
Christmas Eve.
Is it a Christmas
It
movie?
is.
It doesn't
movie.
belong in the top 10 Christmas movies, though.
Die Hard?
No.
That's the only like really action Christmas movie.
It's not an action Christmas movie, though.
It is.
No.
Trying to move this down then.
Yeah. Wait, let me ask you a question, though. Is in your top, right? Is that, remember that Sinbad?
Jingle All the Way.
Yeah, is that in there?
That should have been.
That's not in there?
I told him.
That's more,
He said that had to
that's
go.
more appropriate in the situation.
Yeah, that should have been in there.
I would say that's a lot more appropriate in the situation than a Die Hard.
I don't know, man.
I haven't seen it.
You
Alright,
haven't
number
You ever
2.
seen Jingle All the
Number
Way?
2. Home Alone.
Yeah.
I think Home Alone
yeah,
should have
of
been
course.
number 1.
Yeah.
Of course.
Home
Home
Alone?
Alone 1
Yeah.
and Home Alone 2 have to be
tripping.
number 1 and 2.
tripping.
Not
They
number
have
2.
to.
You
You
saying
saying
no?
Number 4.
Number
there is
4.
no
Four.
4.
Home Alone
There is
4.
no 4.
To be dead honest with you,
It is
never.
a Home Alone 4.
Not never have I
It's a
ever
Home Alone
heard
3
of
and
nor
a Home
seen
Alone
Home
4.
Alone
It's
4.
okay.
Now, I saw
Not
Home
ever.
Alone 3,
No,
Not ever.
no.
but I didn't
Macaulay
see
Culkin's-
4. But I didn't like 3.
Macaulay Culkin stopped after 2.
He stopped after 2.
But he's
And when he
it's a
stopped,
3
I
and 4.
stopped.
Yeah.
When he stopped, I stopped.
mess
Yeah.
with it with
So
it.
all I know about is Home Alone 1
Now,
and
Home
Home
Alone-
Alone
It should
2.
be
Home Alone
numbered.
3 was straight, but it's not. It doesn't go with Home Alone 1 and 2.
Well, good thing this is Home Alone 1.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
going
all-
Home Alone 1.
Yeah,
Home
yeah.
Alone 1
Yeah.
is a staple of
Yeah.
all Christmas.
But I actually like 2 better than 1.
Some people said that.
Yeah, I like 2 better than
I
1.
don't
I
agree
like the
with
fact that he was in the city of New York.
No.
I like the.
It didn't make sense.
No, I
2 didn't make sense
2
at
didn't
all.
make sense. I like 2.
2 made a lot
Yeah,
of
2
sense.
made a lot of sense.
So this time, instead of being home alone, he got lost at the airport and went to
Yeah.
New
He's
York.
in the whole
instead
city
of
by
Boston.
himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right,
He
y'all
still
want to
wound
hear?
up Home Alone.
Y'all want to hear number 1 before we start getting into it?
I thought that
Yeah.
was number 1.
No,
if
that's
it's
number
not,
2.
then we
Number
definitely
2.
have to argue.
No
Do you
more.
know what number 1 is?
No.
What could it be?
It's gotta be
Home Alone.
Oh, what could it be? Is one left?
It's gotta
Home
be
Alone
Home Alone
should have
2.
been. Oh, no, A Christmas Carol.
No.
No.
What?
Didn't even make the list.
I didn't like this.
However, how did A Christmas Carol not make the
It's
list?
been done several times.
Is
The
it
story is good, but
is
which
it
one is the good
Christmas Story?
We just did that
Yes.
same situation with the
Oh,
Christmas.
no.
one? A Christmas story.
A Christmas-
A Christmas Story is number 1.
Which
Number
I
1.
didn't like.
I didn't like it either, but it's widely popular.
I didn't
I mean,
like that.
everybody likes that.
I don't understand. Wait, which
You
one's
know,
number 1?
you don't know it.
Which one's number 1?
You don't know it.
Say it again.
A Christmas story.
With Ralphie.
A Christmas Story, yeah.
Okay, you sure?
Which one did you say no to? Christmas Carol?
Christmas Carol.
Okay.
It was on the list.
No,
It
my
got
bad.
bumped
I'm
up.
down with A Christmas Story.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. You-
That's the one where he
you
gets
was-
his tongue stuck on that pole,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bet.
Is
All
that
right,
is
I'm
that
with
consensus number 1?
Not
No.
really. Not my opinion.
So you think Home Alone is number 1?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I did.
I would
I
say
said it
Home
could go
Alone
back
number
and forth. It could be 1 or 2, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
I would say my personal favorite would probably be Home Alone, but I mean just consensus.
Yeah.
A Christmas Story, it's on all the
See,
time.
Yeah.
Everybody loves it. Black, white, no, don't matter.
But the
Yeah.
problem for me with the Christmas Story is that it was narrated, right?
What's wrong with
I don't like that. I just want to see a movie. I want to pretend like this is really happening. Like,
Yeah, we know.
I
yeah, so
don't
just wanna
understand
see a
how
movie.
Christmas Carol can't make the list, though.
Which one?
You talking about the one, either
The
one,
Ghost of Christmas
anyone.
Past, the Ghost of
Right,
Christmas
that one.
Present.
Like,
Yeah, but
that story.
which movie?
I
It's
don't
been
care
done
which
like 10
one.
times.
One of them needs to make the list.
Well, the best one was the original one, like in 1954. I
With
think.
Scrooge. I like the ones with the yeah, the
Scrooge,
old
talking about the DuckTales.
Yeah,
That's the one. I knew he was talking about the DuckTales.
Nah.
Yeah, that one
Touch
was
DuckTales.
You like that one?
Yeah.
Nah, I can't, hold on, let me
Yeah,
look for
That's not
my
gonna make the
favorite
list.
one.
That's not gonna make the list. All
Okay,
right,
the
so
Christmas Carol.
I think Jingle All the Way should have been on the list.
do we have
Yeah,
the
definitely.
order right?
No, we don't have it
No,
right.
the order's not right.
So who should be one then?
What should be number one? We moving Home Alone to number one. Now,
Yes.
even though I personally like Home Alone better, A Christmas Story feels more like a movie,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a classic movie.
It
Even though I don't
does.
personally,
It does, but Home Alone had all the hits in it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it touched on everything. It had the warm moments. It had the not
So
so
did the
fuzzy
Christmas Story.
moments. Yeah, I don't know. I just think that Home Alone is hands down the best.
Christmas Story.
I do. I'm the Home Alone.
I don't see how you go through a whole entire list and Ebenezer Scrooge is nowhere to be found on your Christmas list. Does that make sense? We're talking
Which
about.
one, man?
I
You gotta
don't-
pick one.
I
Which
don't
one is the
care which
iconic
one.
one? The story is number one.
Yeah.
But which movie was number one?
I don't remember the one. The one I used to watch growing
It's
up. I
the
don't remember
DuckTales
the
joint.
one.
It's
It's
the
not
one
the
I
Scrooge.
DuckTales one.
You
No.
talking about the one
No.
with
There's no cartoons
my
in
man
the
from
one that I love.
Groundhog's Day?
There's no cartoons in the one I love. Yeah, I think so. There's
Bill
no cartoons
Murray.
in the
Bill
one I love.
Murray
Now,
had.
there's
he had one
there's
called
an
Scrooge.
animated Christmas Carol
Let me see, hold on.
movie,
Yeah.
and that looked pretty good. I never watched it, but it looked pretty good.
There's no one Christmas Carol movie that you can put in this top 10.
I don't believe that.
Yeah,
I just don't believe.
So do y'all think Elf should be still higher? Anything in that 6 through 10
Elf
should
is
be higher?
fine. The fact that Jingle All the Way is not on the list is
I was
is
kind of upset about
problematic.
that. Yeah, Jingle All the Way was really
The
good.
fact that Die Hard is on the list is a little problematic to me.
Why? Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
I don't care. It shouldn't be on the Christmas list movie. Like, it shouldn't be on the top 10 Christmas movies of all time.
It's number three.
I know where it is.
Any horror movies we missing?
horror movies.
There are some. There's
Jack
Black Christmas,
Frost.
There's a bunch of
But you
Nightmare
know,
Krampus.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
There's a couple
I
of
hated that movie,
movies
though.
that I thought would have I guess been discussed. Like you said, Jingle All the Way
Never seen
with
it.
with
You
Sinbad.
never seen
He
Jingle
never,
All the Way with Arnold
he never
Schwarzenegger?
saw it, so he can't make it.
I know.
You need to watch that. Jingle All the
Didn't come
Way.
up on
It's
the
not the top
Sinbad
10.
and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
It's really good. I saw it last week.
Yeah.
Me and Maya.
It did come up on the search, Sean. You just didn't scroll down far enough.
Also, I think
I just googled it.
He's staying stubborn.
Which one?
I've never seen the same.
It was The Night Before Christmas.
Who's
That was-
in that?
It's a cartoon. I watched it when I was.
That is the night. That's the night before Christmas.
It was The Night Before.
Yeah.
And
Um,
there's also like Polar Express. Adam Sandler has one. It's not really
Yeah,
Christmas,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
more Hanukkah.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's a lot of holiday Christmas movies that are really good.
You know what's
To
not on
me,
your
I
list?
think we got pretty good. list.
Frosty the Snowman.
We have Frosty.
From 1969, though.
Number 10.
Is that the one?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm done.
What about
with that.
Jack Frost?
What about the
Y'all seen Jack
Snowman?
Frost?
Just the Snowman by itself.
Never
Is that
seen
on
it.
your list?
No.
No, we never
Jack
saw it.
Frost? We forgot
Oh,
Santa
you know what?
Claus.
The Santa Claus.
Yeah,
With
Santa
Tim
Claus
Allen.
with Tim Allen.
That was good.
Oh, another one y'all
One
missing.
was really
Top
good.
20.
Sean is
Nah, I
not
would put
budget.
it-
Y'all missing the preacher's wife.
That was good.
I'm missing the preacher's
I
wife.
tried my hardest to get a black film on there. It just.
I forgot about the Preacher's Wife. It was really good.
Yeah,
That
y'all
was
forgot
really
about
good.
Whitney.
Whitney
But
and
now you're
Denzel.
talking. I think you have to do when you do a list like this. You have to do it for generations and everyone like where they are. Like what you grew up with is going to be your top 10, obviously, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I know that there's a lot of people that would say this Christmas had to make the list.
Nope.
But I
It
wouldn't.
was
put it
Oh,
considered.
yeah. This
It was
Christmas was
considered.
good. What about
Yeah.
the Best Man Holiday?
I thought
No.
about that. Considered.
It was good. It was a good movie though.
So here's the
So
thing.
where y'all placing
I
it?
think a Christmas movie can't
said
have
50?
too much drama
Wow.
in it. I think a Christmas movie can't have too much drama in it.
I actually like this Christmas. I thought it
Home
was
Alone had a
To
ton
me-
of drama in it. The kid was alone getting attacked by criminals.
Yeah.
Okay, but still, that was like funny drama, right? Like that was comedy more. So I'm talking about like sad moments where you're like,
Ooh.
"Yo, this is terrible." Like in this Christmas, wasn't she beating her husband
Bad Santa.
with a bat with
Winston says saying
baby
all
oil and a belt? Like that, to me, I don't
Wait,
want to
run
see
that
that
back?
every Christmas.
Oh, that wasn't this
This
Christmas
Christmas.
when her husband was
Regina
cheating.
King, when her husband was cheating,
Yeah.
and she put the
Hey,
baby
man.
oil on the floor,
I
and he
mean,
was slipping around, and she was beating him with a belt. I don't want
Yeah.
to see that every Christmas.
you don't?
No, I
It
don't.
was funny.
It didn't make the list. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, like, I think this
You say
list
too
is
much
gonna change
drama.
my generation.
Nah.
But too much drama.
All right,
does-
so you're
But I say
you're
Bad
the only
Santa
one
should be
with
on the
kids.
list.
You're the
Yeah.
only one with kids. What do your kids like for Christmas?
So my wife has my children watching right now the Nutcracker Prince.
Oh, Nutcracker. That's strong.
but I never watched
That's
the
not
Nutcracker
strong.
growing up.
You don't like the Nutcracker like that.
I don't. But I mean, it's a
Why you
strong story.
calling it?
I cannot get into that movie.
How you
It's the
calling it
Nutcracker
strong?
Prince,
Oh, it's a
and
strong
I
property.
cannot get into it. But my wife and my kids, they love it. So I sit down and I try to watch it. But that's one that I think she would
Now,
be all
there's never has it ever been like a Nutcracker movie where it's not like it's more dancing than dialogue.
Because
every-
it's more of a musical.
Yeah, it's more musical than dialogue.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So I thought they did like a
I
real
think,
version of it.
I think we have a strong list. I don't think we need to change
There's
it.
no Jesus on your list though. That's
That
not
is
a
true.
Jesus
Yeah,
based.
He's the reason
Christmas
for all
movie.
these movies.
Is
Yeah,
it?
there's no like
He's the reason for the season.
overtly Christian movie on that list.
I mean, they wouldn't be there if it was.
There is none.
Like
That's
all the
not-
movies,
that's
like the
not- that's
movies
not-
that,
You want to put the
He's the
passion?
executive producer of the list.
like the movies I watch on Hallmark Channel and
I don't think Jesus
25
was
Days
pleased
of
with your
Christmas
Die
on
Hard selection.
ABC Family.
Somebody had to
Those
say
movies.
the day. He said Die Hard selection.
Yeah, there really isn't nothing about Jesus.
There is. There's nothing.
What's
You don't
what
get no love on
What Christmas movie?
Star
like,
movie.
The Star.
Star movie.
Yeah.
Never saw it.
Devon Franklin.
Yeah.
Heard
You
good
ever
things.
saw it?
Nope.
My
I haven't seen it either.
My children watched it like back to back.
That's dope. That's dope. I think our list is good. So y'all can critique it. Give us your top 10 whenever you see this, whenever you hear this. Follow us on Trackstarz.com. Follow us at Trackstarz with a Z everywhere you can find us. Let's get back into it. You in the field with the Trackstars, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tan, and DJ Jeremiah. Lay out!
Oh,
I like these mics.
Yeah, these were the other options we were going to go for. We
Really?
went with the short joints, but the electric voice was nice.
hey.
I got a question about the track list.
Yeah.
Where it gets to the top of the hour,
Yeah.
because there's 2 songs in top of the hour, and then 3 more songs. There's no instrumental in the middle.
No. Yeah,
So
so
it says segment 4 on the list, but there's no instrumental there.
you have an instrumental for segment, the 4th segment.
Jay.
Yeah, I hear him. Oh no, segment 4. We just start off with songs, and then God and Me should be that segment.
Who is this, huh?
So there's gonna be 2 songs, the Rich Sincere and CJ King songs.
That's segment 3.
Okay, and then after those,
Then after
What
those, we come in, and normally we do our top of the hour, but we don't have that, so we
we're
just
just gonna go straight into the next song.
yeah, we could do that. Unless y'all got a top of the hour, like just a dash joint.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll just, those songs we.
This is J Monty.
Depending on time.
Is
That's
Jay Monty?
kind of like at the top of the hour is our marker to see if we're hitting our 1 hour time
Okay.
marker. So we'll cut a song or 2 if we need to get back on track.
Okay. So like if you're running on time, it's gonna play 5 songs straight through.
Yeah.
And then if you're running over, you'll just
We're always running over, so we'll
yeah.
probably not get to that.
In my experience, things always tend to be. That's smart to have that built
Exactly.
in.
Exactly. All right, are they saying anything that we need to react to?
No, probably just I was just saying that Die Hard was dope. You know, there was a little bit of
Still like a Christmas movie? Why? How have you never seen Jingle All the Way? Talk about classic. That is a classic. That is the Arnold Schwarzenegger Christmas movie. Like I watch that one every year, on every single year,
He
multiple
refused to watch
times.
it because of Sinbad.
No, I love some of that.
No. I don't love him like you say you do. I hear the movie.
The movie is, bro.
Yeah,
he
it's
fights a
super
dude in a
funny.
store over an
Yeah.
action figure.
Yeah.
That thing is hilarious.
It's hilarious. And
That's
he dresses
like-
up like the action figure.
I put that one over like
Elf.
Elf,
To win the affections of his son.
and like that
can't
one's
beat that movie.
that one's up there.
Yeah.
It's like replace Die Hard with that, and I think you have an actual
It's
list.
a Christmas movie though.
Yeah,
Like it takes place at Christmas.
But it's not a
But it's not a
Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas movie.
No, it's not.
It's a Christmas. It happens at a Christmas.
It's on, look, but it's on every top 50 Christmas movie list.
Bruce Willis did say in his what's the name that
It's still not a Christmas movie.
Yeah, I think he said.
I don't agree with
Yeah,
that.
it's controversial. I don't think it is either. But
I don't think Elf should have to compete again.
all right, where's the topics at? What's the next one?
The next one is Entertainment Report.
Oh, that's right. And then what's next? Are we doing Ashley's Noteworthy, the Martyr joint, or what are
We
we
can do the
doing?
Martyr. Let's do the
Martyr.
Martyr. Because we normally do the Noteworthy like after the second hour.
What's gonna be the last one? This
This was supposed to be.
should have been the last one, but I forgot the other ones. So what's our other one?
The other one was
What's
the
J. Monty
dude,
Twitter handle?
the
You know?
the debate, the business.
I
dude.
can check. I can find out.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, maybe we'll end with that.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
We got Kevin in the corner.
It's J Monty Studios.
Oh, that's him? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
that's him.
Thank you, sir.
No problem.
I said that a long time ago.
When, bro?
A few minutes ago.
No, you said this was J Monty. I didn't know his friend had that.
Oh, I thought you said who was this? I said Jay Monty.
Is there a Wi-Fi that I can use?
There is, but I don't know it.
Okay.
Been here for a year and still don't know it. Ebony.
It's the
How dare they treat you like that? man?
CBC
Well, I mean, 'cause I'm always
CBCI.
working, so I don't need it. And I always get
You
distracted.
see CBCI 4075. That's the one that I'm on.
CBCI?
Yeah, 2.4. And she had to give me the. She had to put in the password for me.
Hey, could you let us know when to come back in for this one?
Yeah,
like
it's about
10
to say, it's
seconds? 10 to 20
There's about
seconds.
2.5 minutes left.
Okay.
So. Ebony. They need the Wi-Fi stuff.
Crunch 96068. No spaces, no uppercase, just
Can you
crunch.
say that slow?
CRUNCH.
Yeah.
Yeah, they be doing too much with this dude, man.
9606.
Yes, and then AHEA.
Okay,
Hold on. I missed that.
I got it.
9606.
Yeah. Crunch 9606 ahead. No spaces.
I think my phone's on that. Yeah.
It's second chance? Which one are y'all? CBI second chance?
Yeah. What's the
2.4.
network?
CB, the 2.4 one.
CB 2.4. Okay. And it's Crunch?
Crunch 9606.
Where Ryan go to?
Yeah, we gotta get.
Let him know we're about to come back in.
Okay.
9606 ahead.
Like the word ahead?
Yeah.
Okay.
Next time I know, I could have put drops in.
You could have.
Yeah, because he had the way he set it up. Shit like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we could've done that.
Did I tell you no on the drops?
Yeah,
I
you
did?
told me the intro and the end.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
You got it.
If I can't spell Crunch.
Oh, you know what? Is that phone hooked up to Wi-Fi? We might need to start over because I think it's
How'd
probably.
you share with me?
We need to do that, huh?
How'd you do that?
It's going live now.
We got about 1 minute.
You see
All right,
that?
1 minute.
It just came up, said, do you want to share this with Ernest?
Oh, okay. I see it now.
Y'all heard about this before?
Yo, they told me about the Dwight Howard situation yesterday.
Oh,
I was
really?
thrown. Bro, I was thrown.
What about your boy Kareem Hunt?
Oh, that too.
We can talk about that.
We
I
got,
don't know. I don't
we
know.
About
got
30
topics
seconds.
already.
All right, 30 seconds.
There's a lot.
This is entertainment report, right?
Yeah.
Think you shoot it to me so I can share that. Shout out
Huh?
to MC Nice.
Oh.
Shoot it to me so I can
I don't think so.
MC Nice. At the end. Shoot it to me.
Oh, okay.
At the end.
10 seconds. Or less. Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, man. It's entertainment report time. Here we go. All right. Shout out to RP DJ Effecto, man. If y'all don't know who DJ Effecto is, he was done a lot with Humble Beast. He's done stuff with Lecrae. He's done some other stuff, man. So we just right now want to send our RP condolences to him and his family. I know it kind of happened over the Thanksgiving holiday and everything like that around that time. So, but they're doing on December 9th, they are doing a celebration of his life. It will be, I forgot, I'm sorry. It will be in California. So go check that out. Also, he has a GoFundMe. The goal is $25,000. Right now, it's at $2,500. The goal is $25,000 is at $2,500 right now. Is to help cover the cost to get him back home to finish his project that he was working on and just to bless his family at this time. So we will repost that on Trackstar's Twitter and stuff about that, so we can go helping his family out because he's family with us too as well. So yeah, man, I know that was a lot, man, and it so happens that that they said it's rumored that he passed with heart attack.
Oh man.
So just
Young,
be on prayer
too.
for that. Yeah, he was real young too, man. So praying for Humble Beast and everybody over there at this time, man. So shout out to them. All right, man. Christian movie has a R rating. Is a movie coming out called The Relic with Kevin Sorbo and other Christian celebrities in it. It's faith-based and does not feature profanity, nudity, torture, extreme violence. The film producer DJ P. Johnston started an Indiegogo fundraising page to get support to fight the MPAA's ridiculous unfair R rating. They saying, according to the synopsis, the film takes place during an economic collapse that widespread rioting and looting starts happening and forcing a 21-year-old lovesick girl to care for her siblings in a stretch of woods party by lawlessness, anarchy. And they saying there's no obscenity, no sexuality, no gore, no horror in this movie. It's suspenseful and has a lot of combat and like really tense situations in it. So that's why the MPAA is giving it an R rating.
Interesting. That is interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, but they're fighting it. So they're trying to get people to their Indiegogo fundraising page to fight the rating. They want people to come see it. They want everybody to come see it and everything like that. So. Lecrae won the Best Gospel Inspiration Award at 2018 Soul Train Awards. And also speaking of awards, We Love Awards is coming back from our people at New Release today. The Hype Award, which is their Rap Urban Album of the Year. Here's the category: Christian Grey, Clear the Air; Derek Minor, The Trap; Jackie Hill Perry, Crescendo; Social Club Misfits, Into the Night; and Swoop, Sunshine.
Wow.
What do y'all think should get that?
I gotta go Derek Minor, man. Like that last album was just dope.
Really?
I gotta go Derek Minor.
You want Derek Minor?
I'm going Swoop.
Swoop.
Yeah.
What you going?
It's from the Sunshine album, right?
Yeah. Okay. Christian Grey, Clear the Air. Derek Minor, The Trap; Jackie Hill Perry, Crescendo; Social Club Misfits, Into the Night; and Swoop, Sunshine.
I haven't heard all of them, so I can't say.
I'm going Swoop for Sunshine.
Swoop for Sunshine.
Yeah. I mean, the only reason I listened to the project initially was because I had a song called Sunshine.
Yeah.
And I wanted to hear, like, if I could even name my song after his project. And honestly, I thought about changing it because his project was dynamic.
Yeah.
It was a
really
phenomenal project. I mean, all the way through. So I'm going with Swoop on it.
Yeah, man. So if you want to go vote for this, you can go to weloveawards.typeform.com to vote. And go to that copy section, Top Razzle, Destined for Greatness pre-order, The Author Identity pre-order, Canon Home pre-order, 116 to give compilation, J. Crumb, Fameless, and T-Vision, Till the End EP, Hillary Jane Replay Remix single, KB Die Rich single, SO London Night single, R. Swift got a single out called Martin and Gina, and then the free download of the week is J. Fish, How About Now single, and Ryan Righteous.
Yeah, man. Speaking of Canon Home, pre-album sales, RMG presents Cannon's Home exclusive album release party December 16th. It's going down at Smith's Old Bar. And they already got over 100 RSVPs, man.
Wow.
So you know when Cannon does something around Christmas time, it's just like, remember the Cannon Christmas bag?
Yeah.
When he does something around Christmas time, it draws people out. So
Wait, what happened?
So shout out to him. Cutting out my liners again. We're gonna talk in the parking lot. So shout out to Cannon for that. I think Trackstarz will be in the building. That right, Mr. Shantana?
Oh yeah, I'm hosting it.
Yeah, okay. Very modestly. Shantana's hosting that. So make sure if you're in the Atlanta area, you even want to just drive up, man. Do the same. Just come on out, have a good time, man. Christmas time with us, December 16th, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Smith's Old Bar. And also, man, definitely can't go out the entertainment report without shouting out MC Nice.
Yeah, man.
And GH3 Radio, which is why we're here today. He brought us to the Dash Studios. He's our affiliate there, so we appreciate everything that you do. MC Nice, you're the man. Good luck to you. With the Stellar nominees, we got your back 100%. We appreciate you.
Yeah, man. That's it for me,
Awesome.
man.
All right, man, let's get back into it. You in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, Shantana, DJ Jeremiah. Let go!
What happened at the Cannon Christmas bag?
You're good at
You're
Yeah,
excellent.
really.
You are.
What happened at the Cannon Christmas bag?
It was good.
For real? What was it? Like, what went there?
It was 2 years ago when we hosted.
Yeah.
No, we didn't host it. We were
We sponsored.
we sponsored it.
Yeah.
And then they had 1K Few out. It was just a big Christmas party with all these different artists.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
A lot of people performing.
Yeah.
A lot of people were there.
Yeah.
Dope.
It was at City Takers.
Oh, okay.
In their building.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So what's up, you two? What y'all been up to, man? How was y'all's week? How was y'all's Thanksgiving? You ready for the holidays? What's up?
What up?
Talk to us. What you think about the digs, man? What you think? What you think?
Manny,
Red
I'm
Dash.
about- Manny, I'm about to
Dash
hop on that
live.
joint, bro.
Dash Atlanta.
I'm about to
Here.
hop on that, Manny.
I'm sorry. Now I was waving to everybody.
That's how you was waving?
Yeah.
Shout out to the DJ.
Christmas vacation.
I'm normally at the end, so.
Yeah, it's harder to get you in there from the angle.
Yo, shout out to your boy, man. Shout out to Aaron Cole, man. I just saw he's getting ready to go on that big cruise.
Yeah.
Jesus Freak cruise. Man, that's crazy. He's gonna be out
Oh, wait,
there
the
with,
cruise is coming up.
Well, yeah, he's going on a different cruise though.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going.
But you ready for your cruise?
Definitely ready, man.
Hey, what's we're gonna talk about second because we're gonna come on after the No Big Deal record.
What did we just say?
We said
Oh, this next segment is the conversation about
the Martyr.
two artists.
No, we're doing that
Oh, was it
You gonna do the Martyr?
now. But we could do it now.
Yeah.
We could do the
Yeah.
We could do what's his face.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Rambo, Joe Rambo.
Jordan Randall. I'm not gonna say his name.
You just
You
did.
just said it though.
Okay, they know what it is. Yeah, we could do that. No, we could just end with the Ashley.
With the what?
Ashley.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean,
So lost.
Sarah.
Sarah Ashley. That's her name.
I don't know what to do with my hands. Look.
One thing she said, don't mention. Right.
What do I do with my hands? Put them back.
Can you angle the camera where you can get the dash in the video?
Sure.
Thank you, sir.
We'll have to back it up.
I got it.
Oh yeah, you know what? You might want to lift it up. Okay,
So you might get lower, like the stand, and then angle it higher. if you use
I got you. That's what I gotta do.
That's good right there.
That's good. Oh, you drop down again.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna.
Just push it back to the window. Oh, you won't be able to see it. All right. Do whatever you want. Actually, you push it to the light.
I'm gonna get this. We'll make it
What
work.
if you get to the right of the light and you stand on that
We
side?
can see Jeremiah a little bit now, but only like half his face.
He's still going to pan it.
Yeah.
They said Dash is on the mic. No need to worry, guys.
I actually got a lot of stuff to promote right now.
It's just this thing looks so cool. That's why he's trying to get in.
Oh, that is dope. Okay.
No big deal. Yo, his interview
Like,
with
you feel like old school.
that's no big deal. His interview with Wado is tough.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What makes the interview tough?
Like just
I interview with
to get
Wade
information stuff.
I'm just kidding.
So, was that an answer?
We need to get him down here so we can interview him.
Was that an answer? What'd you say?
I think you get out of good information out of it. Like it's
Okay.
like a good information, and then both back and forth is really good.
Okay.
2 minutes.
Yeah, I saw the Truth's interview with Willie Moore Jr.
Yeah, that was good too. And his with Sam was good too. Manny Willis, what up, man? Yo, we got Dash in the background too. You think we have a lot of flag over here? gonna come in after this song.
Yeah, you got about 1 minute.
Okay. Did y'all know his story was he was with Derek Minor, like he was his road manager, and Derek fired him. Like, yo, you need to really do what you need to do. So he fired him. No big deal.
Yeah.
He was what?
He was like Derek Minor's road manager or something like that. And he was like, no, bro, what are you doing? You need to be doing this.
Oh wow, that's dope.
Hey, 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 hey.
10 seconds.
Are we coming in?
All right, back in the field with the track stars, Ryan Righteous, Shantana, DJ Jeremiah. Was good.
All right, celebrate the new year right, man. I'm inviting you to the CHH and Gospel Hip Hop Cruise, the first annual, hosted by Right Way Management. Shout out to GH3 Radio. Shout out to MC Nice bringing us aboard. I'm actually going to be on the boat.
Yep.
I'm going to be celebrating my anniversary with my wife, but I'm also going to be on a couple of panels and doing some discussions. So I'm really looking forward to it. We're sailing to the Bahamas January 6th through the 10th. And we're going to have a concert actually out in the Bahamas, so it's going to be really dope. So if you haven't already gotten a chance to get in on the CHH package, make sure you go to the cruise line for Carnival and check out and see if you can still get on the boat. Because if you get on the boat, we'll help you get into the events. But make sure that you go to Right Way Management on Facebook and look for the information for the cruise. And let's keep going, man. Let's go. Let's go get on the water and have some fun.
Get on the boat.
All right, so there was some drama recently. I don't even want to say who, because that's not the point of this conversation.
Yeah.
But let's just say somebody did some work for somebody, and they didn't pay for it, and they refused to pay for it, and there was like this whole back and forth, and articles were written, and articles were written back, and basically it was. Somebody did some work for somebody.
So let's acknowledge this first. Let's acknowledge that there's some things that are bad for business when you're talking about services, right? There's always some good and bad customer service issues. And so I think one of the things we have to first acknowledge is that not everything is good for business. Not everybody is good for business. And so you have to start there by saying, you know what? Let's talk about why business has to be restructured.
Well, I mean, okay. But
yeah.
The problem is that somebody did work for somebody, a service-based work for them.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted the person to pay after they were done, and they never did. Because they said they would have paid before you did the work, didn't get the invoice, so he figured he was going to do it for free. I don't understand that, but let's just go with that.
I thought we was in the field though, so I thought in the field we get to say everything.
No, because we're not scandalous like that.
Okay.
But what we do want to learn
certain topics we are.
We do want to learn the lessons though, right? So basically, the artist said he wasn't going to pay for the service because there was a miscommunication for some reason, right? All right, so we've dealt with this a lot.
Yeah.
I would say over the years, the work we've done for people,
people have probably taken
maybe
about
50,000. 60,000 from us.
Have taken that much?
Yeah.
Oh.
That owe us money for stuff we've done and they never paid.
Yeah.
Wait. So you're saying, Dave, you've performed services for people,
yes,
and not received pay?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. We don't pause on this show. But
yes.
So you performed.
You talk about spoken word. That's a service.
Acts of service.
It could be anything.
And you haven't received payment for the acts of service.
Did not.
I think for us, it's
and you just let it go.
Web graphic design for us.
Okay.
Mostly.
It's been web graphic design. It's been promotion. It's been spoken word. It's been
spoken word.
Hosting.
Which means you went to the event, did the spoken word.
Always also
and
been
never received the payment.
Performances.
Wow.
Yeah.
Freedom Music Group performances.
Are you serious? We didn't get up. Well, that's got to change.
5 years
That's all we
later,
need to do.
there.
So
FMG project.
So
you tell me.
You know, so we've done stuff over the years, and there's a couple of themes I want to bring up because first of all, if you're a service-based business, should you charge before you do the work or after?
And if you charge before you do the work, you're gonna lose some people. But is it worth it to lose them? That's a major thing.
It is worth it because if you do it up front, then you have some type of receipt to. If the person is not doing what you want, you have the receipt to say, "Hey, here it is." Because I'm going through a situation like that right now. So you need to
get the payment up front.
Get the payment up
okay,
front.
because like for instance, if I'm doing a website for somebody and I say, all right, you got to give me the whole amount of.
Or do half at least.
Okay.
Or do half. Yeah.
My story includes halves that I haven't gotten.
Oh wow.
You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is the only way to be sure for sure is to get the whole thing up front. Yeah. But a lot of people are like, I'm not giving you money if you didn't do anything for me yet. So you're gonna lose some work, right? Yeah. So should you do it anyway, up front, no matter what, even if you lose customers? Yeah. Or should you risk customers that don't pay? How do you do this?
You got to do half up front. That way, even if they don't pay the second end, you still feel like, okay, I got something out of it. Right? It wasn't just a freebie or they disrespected you. Because I mean, also, even though it's business, it becomes personal too. It can be, and so you don't want to hold a grudge against somebody where you see them again and it's like that's all you can think about.
Well, you shouldn't do that regardless.
Depends on.
Do we need to talk about that?
Yes, what they took out of my kid's mouth. Yeah, there's a couple of people who owe me for independent artist spotlights, and I'm like, hey,
oh snap!
Dang, that was like 3 years ago.
It was, but the problem was like.
So
here's what the problem comes in. The problem comes in where you sit down and you have a business agreement and you give all the details up front and then people still do it wrong.
I think the real issue, just honestly, as a Christian, I'll just say this, not as a nice Christian. There's different kinds of people. As a nice Christian, and when I mean by nice, I'm not saying that other people aren't nice. I'm just saying that your nature is nice. Like you're generous. Not timid, but like you're gracious. Like you let people slide on stuff. Like that kind of nice. It's hard. It's hard to do this because it kind of goes against your nature. You want to do things. You want to be nice to people. You want to help people as much as you can. Yeah. And you're hoping being nice, that person's gonna be nice back. Yeah. And that's it doesn't work that way all the time.
Not at all.
How do you deal with that?
I got away. So a lot of people who I've dealt with it, at least in the past a little bit, right? Whenever you pay somebody on behalf, right? Normally you don't get the full project, right? Until you release the second half of the payment. Yeah. Does that make sense?
That works on some things.
If there's any way to withhold full access or full functionality of a particular thing, like let's say you made a website, right? But for some reason they can't open the homepage until they pay. You know what I mean? Or it's something like that where you can't have full functionality until the second half is released.
Stuff like that takes a mind shift because I'm talking extreme nice. Like even if somebody screws you over, I still can't screw them over. That's my internal restriction.
This isn't a screw over. Like for instance, if somebody gives me they'll like when you pay for beats, right? Yeah. When they give you beats but they got tags on it, and you can't get the real beat until without the tags until you pay. Now you can find somebody who can remove the tags for you. You know what I mean? But I mean, if you do that, then okay. But outside of that, they do something, at least try, right? Okay. They do something in order to stop you from having full functionality. And if you're able to do that, like I was working with, we're not saying names. Okay, I was working with somebody, right? And they get. You can say names. No, I can say names, but you can't. Nah, get that. So I was working with somebody, and they gave me like a version of it, right? But it was somewhat blurry, right? It wasn't in full what's that thing called? Like resolution. That's it. It wasn't in full resolution until I released the payment. When I released the payment, I got the full resolution picture. Did that make sense? Yeah. And so if you have a chance to try to withhold some functionality or something.
That's good advice.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. It's a mind shift though. Now there is room for collectors. So I don't know if y'all down for it, but we need to figure out who owes who what, right? And
you want like a hit squad?
Not a hit squad, no.
Go around and collect.
I'm just saying, if there's like money out there for us to have, does that make sense? And people owe then, and we are 4 guys. I'm just saying, and we're not small.
6.
We're not small, and we got Kev in the corner. So there's no way that people should be messing over us like that.
No, but honestly, okay. So one of the excuses. That sounds mean, but one of the excuses the artist gave was that he had a financial hardship. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he didn't have it right now. What do you do about that? When the person is basically like, I don't even have it to give it to you.
You have to be honest and tell somebody that, right? And just say, hey, can we work out a pay structure? Because that happened with us. We knew that this person was still getting services from us, but they weren't paying for it. And so we were kind of like, okay, do we just cut your account straight out so that you just know by that way, or do we have a conversation about it? My route was we tried to have a conversation with you about it. You didn't respond to that conversation, so we had to cut your account off. So to me, I feel like you have to have a conversation. For me, it's like any creditor you have or anybody you owe money to. You work out a payment plan, work out a repayment plan.
Now,
okay. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go a different route. Let me ask this question. This is a question.
Mm-hmm.
What about forgive their debts?
Yeah.
That's true.
That's
that's what we've been doing.
Yeah, we've been doing that for years.
No, I'm asking like, is that should that be taken literally? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, should we forgive our debtors?
Well, the thing is, you got no choice unless you're gonna go hit them up, right? Unless you're gonna go see them. What are you gonna do? You can't make somebody give you money unless you take hands to them. So what are you gonna do?
It depends. If you're hosting a website, you can shut her down.
Yeah, but that's one example. There's not some things are done. It's been
true,
done
it's
already.
True.
Yeah, they're using your logo. They're using your website. I mean, or they're doing a lot of different things.
You can write bad articles about it.
Let's see.
No.
Go turn this way. So now, what if it's the opposite? Not everybody is the guy doing the service. What if you paid for service and you never got it? How do you deal with that?
I've been on that end a lot.
Yeah.
And never got it.
So
never got it.
What did you do that you never got? Like,
you want me to tell you?
No, I'm not saying like.
Tell them something.
Like, was it a website?
No, I mean, let's just say you paid for stuff and you didn't get it.
Yeah.
Somebody was supposed to do something for you and they never did it.
So I can say that we've been on the giving end of this situation, right? Where we've had people who have come to us for advertisement and it didn't run the right way, and we overcompensate to make sure that they feel comfortable coming back to us. Like, that's hey, crazy. I mean, I've gone out and I've sent, like, when our promotions team lets me know something doesn't run, I sit there and I craft a email from my account, right, saying, hey, this is Ryan Trackstarz. Sorry this happened. What can we do? Can we give you 2 months of this, 3 months of that? Like, whatever we can do to make this right. And I think that's where customer service comes in and business professionalism and all that.
But what do you do if you're the person, you're not the service provider, you're the person needing the service. You pay and they don't do it. That's happening to you, Trey? Okay.
Yeah.
I can't hear you. So what would you do?
I can speak for you.
So you have to go through the due diligence, right, of connecting to the right people and making sure that you've gotten your complaint to the right person that can do something about it. Now, if you can't do that, if no one's around, no one wants to speak to you or respond to you, then yeah, you have to chop it up. And then hit them up on social media and badmouth them.
So you're saying basically you just have to have this money can never come back to me at all, and you just gotta be cool with it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, yeah, I mean, I got independent artist spotlights in the queue, and I won't hit publish on it until I get that money.
But that's a different problem.
I know.
That's why he's talking about you now. Thank God for Jason.
But so
thank God for Jason.
I just think there's a little issue, especially in our world, where when it comes to money, and this is the other thing I want to bring up. There's a lot of business shaming.
Yeah.
There's people who, anyway, I'll just say there's people who will business shame you for not having the right business acumen because you care so much about your faith and all that kind of stuff, right? So they'll be like, oh, you ain't got your business right. You should have just did this, and that. And it's like, well, I got some real struggles. I gotta balance being a nice person with doing business, and it's really difficult. It's not just as simple as being like, yo, give me my how do you actually do this?
Yeah. I think it's almost like you gotta be you gotta be like hard on it. Like you gotta really, really, really want you gotta be a businessman too. As much as you want to be a Christian, you gotta be a businessman too. Because some stuff is like, you got to, man. If I'm doing a service for you, you ain't going nowhere else to get a service from somebody else, and they just gonna let you get it for free or not be paid for.
All right. So what are some things you could put in place for people like you to not get screwed?
Yeah.
And still get your money.
Yeah.
But not turn into a mean person. How do you do it?
I like to do. I think. For me personally, like using DJ for an example, if I DJ an event, at times I ask the person for an upfront. The upfront is for anything.
And you're willing to walk away if they say no.
Yeah, I mean that, or or I have that conversation like, yo, so what are you trying to do? What's your budget? That's another thing. I think that's what we got to start doing as businessmen. Like, hey, what's your budget? Oh, my budget is $20. Okay, good. God bless you, sir. I can maybe do a playlist for you or whatever. Like, what's your budget? Because when you say that to people, especially in our term, they're not business minded. A lot of people I follow or Christian artists, they're not that business minded to say, yo, my budget is $5,000. My budget is $1,000. It's like I'm going as I go. So I get a beat here and there, I get a song here and there, I get different things here and there. I don't have a budget. Where it's like you should have a budget. You should have something set aside to say, hey, this is how much I'm paying for beats. This is how much I'm gonna pay for studio time. This is how I'm paying for mastering, mixing. That should happen. The
issue is that honestly, Christians suck with this. Like they expect you to do stuff for free. When I was a spoken word artist, I was working. This is when I was working at the church in the bookstore. Yeah. So a pastor called me up and said, "Hey, I want you to do a spoken word piece in my church." And I was like, "Okay, cool. Do you have money?" Yeah. And they were like, "Well, no."
You said it just like that?
Yeah. This was the hardest I ever had to be. Yeah. He was like, "No, but we really appreciate you coming." Yeah. But it was during. First of all, even if I wanted to be nice and do it, it was during my work hours. So not only would I have to not get paid, I would not get paid by my job too. Yeah. And he still was like, "Yeah, come on out. We really need you." And that was the first time I really had to be like, "No, I can't. Yeah, like you are hurting my life."
Unless you had CDs. Now that's another thing I see people do. It's like, we can't pay you, but you got a merch table. And if you got a merch table, and this is from the artist standpoint, like, okay, so y'all can't pay me, but make sure y'all talk about my merch. Make sure you tell people to come see me in the back, and I can give you CDs for whatever.
That's interesting. Yeah. I would say, unless I make more in merch than you would have paid me, you need to cover the difference. Yeah. Because there's no guarantee people gonna buy your stuff. That's true. I don't know. It's difficult. It's really difficult.
It's some people that master this. It's a lot of people in our industry that master this. They know how to get the money out of people. And then some other people is like, I ain't going that far, bro.
Contracts. So if y'all remember for the album release party, right? We had I don't know, but we had another DJ. Yeah. So we had a DJ at the album release party, right? Got it. And when I approached him about DJing my event, he sent me a contract, right? And it was a full laid out contract with all the stipulations, right? What needed to be paid up front, what would change, like if something were to happen or if something went wrong. And he approached it from that standpoint, right? At that point, I knew there's a reason for me signing this contract. That means if something goes awry, it protects me as somebody who's paying him, right? And it protects him just in case he don't get his second half of his payment. He can then take me to court and sue me because I signed this document. Yeah. Does that make sense? Now, Larissa in the group said that she don't like suing people, right? But at the same time, at some point, right, you do work and you don't get paid for your work. You got to get what you got to get, right? And sometimes brothers and sisters need to go to court.
There's problems with that too, because just to be honest, there's some. If you're saying you're Christian, there's some stuff in there that says you shouldn't do that.
Yep. Shouldn't do what, contract?
Sue. So how do you go around that?
Does it say we shouldn't do contracts?
If you can't sue, what's the point of the contract?
But if it doesn't, right, then that means that at least at some point you got to honor your word, right?
Contract is a tool, accountability tool. Yeah. It doesn't have to necessarily mean that we're going to court over it. It means that I have something in writing, and you should feel a little bit more guilty about not honoring what we wrote and signed on. Like that to me is where that comes in.
The Bible also says, settle your debt with your brother, right, before they take you to court, right? And then at that point, once they do take you to court, they'll throw you in jail and you won't get out until you pay up.
The guy that started this conversation, that paper wouldn't matter unless you actually don't take him to court.
Why?
Because he refused to pay. Publicly, he said, "Yo, call me out. I ain't paying."
No, I get you. How
you deal with it?
We go to court.
Okay. All right, man. Let's get back into it. You in the field with the track stars, Ryan Wright to Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. Lay up.
Okay. You don't want to be mean.
No.
Then you hire someone else.
Exactly. That's another. I was gonna say.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
That's a great point.
The Maya.
That's a great point.
What is it?
This is actually what I had to do after that moment when I got signed to Destiny Style Records. Having somebody else to be like, hey, look, I don't deal with the money part. You got to talk to them, and they could be mean for you, so you don't have to touch that part. Yeah. If you want to be nice, you could be nice. Let somebody else be the pit bull. That's a great advice.
Or you could just be both, because I'm a generally nice person, but then I also am not one to be played with.
So if
We
you're
got-
Man, I owed you
brand,
$10 for like 6 months.
Huh?
if you're building your brand,
I know. I knew it was coming. Because every Saturday you say it's coming.
We get a couch that goes
but if you're
around
building your brand and you don't want anything touching you,
You don't want to do
I
that.
figure out how to do this.
Yeah.
You just need to connect
about my brand, 'cause I'm not out
everybody's
there like that.
headphones
So you just
to
trying to
a
collect.
local
Legit,
box and that next to the main box.
and it spiders out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna be known as that. Oh, she's super nice.
But that's a
Run me
gift.
my money.
That's a gift.
Mm.
You need people with that gift around you. Because if it's not yours, you can't fake it.
We have a photographer back there, and they always come to our door. I be having this working where I sent him a text and said, "Yo, you run me my money, because obviously I'm your secretary. Run me my money." He thought I was playing. Run me that whole $75.
That's dope.
Wow.
That's dope.
I think when you told us about your company, to me, that would scare me because to me that sounds like it's a lot of sales and a lot of like verbal agreements. with
No,
you? Okay.
I actually had it just like I had to do a lot of hard work. I have to get contracts drawn up by like an
Contract.
actual lawyer.
Yeah.
Like we have to go over the wording because everybody's contract is different.
So you go through-
Everybody's contract is tailored to them.
Yeah.
Like you guys could literally say, I want her to be able to get this money from this person, but she has to do it in a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
She cannot name my brand or my name or anything. And so I'm very good at getting people's money and being nice. I talk like this, I am like this, but I can also curse you on an email and nobody is ever none the wiser. Give me my money. And I'm that person, I will set up my phone every 15 minutes. Hi, good morning, good afternoon, how are you? This is the invoice thing and this is where you can pay. Just click right there and pay. And I will schedule that thing to go out every hour at the top of the hour, all the way around.
Yeah.
What's the app for that?
That's not inside.
There's a few apps.
You can
for
do it inside your email. It depends on what email. it's
Gmail lets you set it up as well.
Really?
Here's my mom.
There's just nice ways to just
Yo, Kevin in the
avoid
corner is
people.
like a hit name, man. Like,
Yeah, there's you're saying
I love
that's
it.
me in
You gotta deal with
person,
me, you
how I
gotta deal with Kevin in
am.
the corner.
Like if I'm
Yeah.
talking to my friend, I'm like, yo, run me my money. But like if I have to deal with clients, it's run me my money in a very
that's
nice
dope.
way.
That sounds such like a legitimate thing.
Yeah,
That's a good app. Run me my money app.
No.
Yeah.
Real talk.
My mom hates that I say that. Like, yo,
That's a good app. The app just calls you every.
my mom gets so mad.
Yo, run me my money.
Jeremiah when he's talking.
It parks the car
It's
outside your
not
outside
like
your
every
door.
day you don't get paid, you get like
Yeah.
twice as many things.
Okay.
Like spam alert.
Yeah, like
or
that would be a
something,
great
Just because of the way he
app.
said it.
Great.
He's up on the mic. He's like right there.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's run me my money premium.
Yeah.
Mr. Hayes will tell you, he'll be like, "He's an
No, but there was
asshole."
one out there. He's about to go.
He'll say that he
He
says
said, I
I'm
have
an asshole all the time, and he'll be like, I just let her do certain things that he done with the.
one in my car. Oh,
He'll bring me in if I go too far out, but
Oh,
it's
yeah.
very rare that I go too far out. You gotta really be coming at me for me to be like, oh, you want me to curse?
That's true, Prophet.
excuse
I'm
me.
not gonna lie to you, like.
Do you have an iPhone charger? He says my
They're over there.
There's like a million.
There's like
Oh.
5 or 6 of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
you think it'll
I
ring?
got that. Well, no, it's not gonna reach us.
Oh no, yeah, you can just.
Oh, you
pull
talking
on
about that
cords.
one?
Yeah, there's a.
Thank you.
I got it. Thank you.
You think that's gonna be long enough?
Yeah.
Let me give me one of these. We got one of these at the
Thank you.
Yes, we
I
are.
think I got
I
one.
mean,
Oh, there's one that's longer, Trey. You need one longer?
Yeah.
So that's not gonna reach. Thank you.
Thank you.
Put that one back there because he'll be like, where's my cords?
iPhone
Yeah, and I didn't
users.
know it was how you guys can't sue. I'm
Did it?
Christian, but I didn't know I couldn't sue. 'Cause I'm first person.
Well, no, okay, so
Yeah,
they were clarifying
I
in
can-
there. It's
yeah,
not that you
I
can't
can
sue,
sue.
but it's supposed to be the church is supposed to handle it. Like,
Yeah.
You're supposed to be able to go to your church and say,
Yeah, I've heard
Susie
that.
didn't pay me my money.
Yeah.
And there should be some sort of.
done
It's
through
supposed to be
the-
done
Yeah.
in-house.
Yeah, my mom.
But if we got different churches, then
I
it's
bother my
different.
mom as well with that. Yeah, my mom gets bothered with that. She's just like, you can't talk to churches. Yes, I can. She don't like me to go to Easter. If I go visit home, she don't let me go to Easter. She don't let me go to church with her.
Okay.
Why?
She won't let you go to church. I've never.
No, because last time I went to church, I'm not a hugger. I don't like people's all your auras on me. They like to go to church, and one of the old ladies, she came up to me. I didn't like her aura. I was like, no, thank you.
Oh,
But we
okay.
can shake hands. And she looked at my mom. My mom was so embarrassed. And I continued. I was like, no, thank you. I'm not a hugger,
So hugging is just not something
It's not happening.
you do.
especially in church.
Mm.
Because you have actual Christians,
Yep.
good people.
Oh,
and
yeah.
have
Then you got
church
huggers
folk.
for the sake of being.
You got church
I
folk.
got you. I got you.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a church folk person.
Okay.
What
What do you mean by that? What's church folk?
Church folk are the ones who go in there with the appearance of doing everything that they need to do to get into heaven, but it actually just evilness.
Yeah.
And then there's people who are actually Christian there to get the good word and live by that every single day.
Yeah.
Which my mother does.
Yeah.
Which I do, but I'm not the person. I don't implement that on everybody else. My mother, she gonna save you whether you want to be saved or not. You saved today in her car.
Yeah.
So, but that's she said you saved today in her car. That's what she's like. She may be going home, but she's saved while she's in this car.
So you don't like the fakeness.
No, I do not like the fake. I don't like for you to be like all up and casting the stones on people and their sins, and the next day I see you walking out of Mr. James' house.
Yeah.
Like.
They've been doing that private worship.
It's part. I know you're talking about. It took him a second. He was like,
no.
I saw you.
Like Mr. James.
You know what I thought you were. So what do you think causes that?
I know.
Why would they be judging you when they're?
Because I remember some of them, but
it's very easy. It's always easy to look at somebody else better. Yeah, it's always easy to look at somebody else and judge them rather than look at yourself. A lot of people have that problem. Nobody wants to look at themselves and tell themselves the truth.
I mean, the reality of it is projection, right? So it's not only a point of finger to overshadow a damn. It's more of like I'm pointing the finger so that what I have is like even, it's like normalized. It's like what I do isn't as bad because we're all.
I don't care.
It's moving the baseline up, right? So it's like I do this. If I move everybody else, if I bring everybody else to my level, this is now the baseline. Okay, I'm with everybody else now. As long as I'm not.
13 Mine is just ratty.
We could come in after the how much time we got on this?
It's so comfortable.
I mean, this song is in right now.
Do one more.
I'm like, yo, this is gonna be
because we're gotta get in.
Did you put the top hour in?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go back and put
I
this
was
stuff
like,
in
oh,
the
this
show.
is
So what's
I got a pair of American.
But I'm just saying, if we take stuff out, it's going to end shorter than
More.
You gonna get your money's worth, definitely.
It's more like a line. We talk about something other than.
Are y'all doing that?
We could do that.
What's the next one?
Somebody have the Noteworthy?
You gonna Noteworthy?
I read it. Let's see what it is.
I thought Camille sent it to us too. I saw it.
Is it not playing?
No. Let's talk about it.
Oh yeah, here it is.
It's the next section.
Is she really a man? Is he really a man of God? Healthy breakups.
Oh, there's some guy on here named James. He felt offended by the Mr. James.
First of all,
I have a top free zone in my home.
Now I used to get in trouble with my mother for doing that. I was young. I'd be like, yo, I know ain't no prayer circle going on at 2 a.m. My mom is just like,
that's real.
So now I gotta send you a redefined cheat sheet because
I'm
about to take these two songs out.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
So that was somebody. There was somebody.
I put the cue sheets on the Trackstarz background. I'm gonna send you that.
Once I heard about the private worship situation, we kept like she said, oh, we were just doing private worship. Once we heard that, we kept like this over and over again. We
private worship.
Yeah.
So you just come to the house of God.
Yeah. That's the Christian Netflix and chill.
Yeah.
I'm like,
we gonna worship.
Private worship.
It's like, and I'm the first one. I'll be like,
Private
I just want to lay it on
worship.
Sister Emma's heart.
That's when you invite yourself. You be like, so I can join in now. Oh, we going? I'll be there too. I'll be there.
No, it's one-on-one private worship. I wrote a song about it.
What comes out of these speakers? Music. Oh, okay.
When the mics are on, they cut off.
Got you.
Yeah.
So that's how we normally do our show. We have that part.
No, we don't. Not always.
Well, no, when we have studio guests in the room.
Yeah.
But.
Who is this? Why does it sound like Jodeci?
This is Jordan Armstrong.
Oh, wait, I'm Jordan, right?
Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan.
Armstrong.
Can you turn it up because I can't hear it?
So the two songs we took out, you just want them out, or are you gonna move them?
Out, right?
Just
Yeah, we can.
do it on the fly.
So do you want to push?
Because there's only one song on the next break. So I don't know if you want.
Yeah, it's like it should be two. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Push it.
Yeah, push him.
Both of them?
Did you find this one?
Yeah.
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 We appreciate that.
Michelle's next topic is he a man of God?
Yep. Yeah, how do you know that?
Oh,
Did she get this email?
You psychic.
I do
Wrote
have
the email.
You psychic.
I just went over it to see where your breaks and stuff were.
30 seconds.
All right.
Is he a man of God?
Hit you with the powers.
It automatically cuts off.
Yeah, when you turn the mics on. That's dope. So they don't
Yeah. Yeah, back in the field with the track stars, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. Was good.
All right, this segment is sponsored by Nectar Distribution. You can go to www.trackstarz.nectar.com and find out all the latest that you can do to get promotions and advertisement for your music, for your distro. We have over 150 outlets plus digitally that we can distribute you to. So make sure you visit us and find out whether you want to do basic, plus, or maybe you get invited to the elite. We'll see. It's Trackstarz, www.nectar.trackstarz.com, all right?
All right, it's Noteworthy time. We haven't done one of these in a while. If you don't know about Noteworthy, we have people sending anonymous letters to us, asking us difficult questions, and we'll try and answer them. So it's anonymous. So if you're struggling with something, you don't have anybody to talk to, tell us about it. All right, here we go. This one is called "Is He Really a Man of God?" If healthy breakups. All right. So it says, first off, thank you so much for doing Noteworthies, and second, thank you for the Trackstar show week after week. You all make such great sacrifices to make it happen. Grateful to God for the gifts that He's given you all. It blesses so many. Tonight I'm writing in with a healing heart. I just broke up with my boyfriend and missed our friendship. This man is a man of God from what I experienced, but after we broke up, it seemed that his way of handling it was by adding girls on social media and liking a bunch of their selfies. I'm in a state of trying to understand, was he really a man of God if he's looking after women right after a breakup? Or is this something that men do to cope with the pain or maybe to move on? I feel that men of God wouldn't do this because they would want to handle it in a healthy way. To me, a healthy way is stepping back and pressing into God, seeking out male mentorship, time with other guy friends, life groups, church, etc. Maybe I'm being too sensitive, but I was wondering if this is a common thing. I know it shouldn't matter what he is doing anymore, and I'm not connected with him on social media anymore, but I wanted to try and understand. Thank you for your insight from a guy's perspective. Is he really a man of God?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, he is. Yeah. He's a good man of God too.
Wait, so
Does he like your pictures? That's why he's a good man of God?
Yeah.
Got a
I'll tell
quick
you something,
bounce
man.
back. That's all.
Look, first off, she broke up with him. Okay, so let's get that straight. I'm just saying, ma'am, you broke up with this man. Okay, so then after you break up with
This
him,
is
you,
gonna be great. This sounds like Drought
after she
2.0.
break up with him, then she gonna stalk him on his social medias or whatever he's on, right? And then just see if he's like liking pictures or commenting on pictures and all that kind of stuff. And let's just say he is, and most likely some of the pictures aren't like, you know, great in Christian views, right? That's probably why she's a little upset about it. Maybe, right? Maybe they're pictures of her friends or something like that. I don't know, right? Who the pictures are, but yeah, he's free to do that now. Right? You set him free. So she set him free. He out there liking pictures, commenting, doing whatever he's doing. Now he's not a man of God for doing that? Yeah, he's a man of God. He's completely okay. He's a man on the prowl looking for his wife. He thought it was you. It wasn't all of a sudden. And now you don't want him to do that no more. I don't understand. So what I'm saying to you is, yes, he's okay to do that. Now, if he's liking, like, I don't know, like, you know, bad pictures, right? Then okay, maybe. But he don't have to wait and, you know, calm down a second.
This is great.
Like, there's no need for him to do that. What is he waiting for? Like,
You got so much to tell you after this. This is great.
is there like a period of time he should be waiting before he can like another picture?
So wait, so it doesn't matter the pictures. If it's you know, does it matter?
Yeah, it does matter a little
Okay.
bit. It matters a little bit, and but at the same time, he is looking, and you don't know where you're gonna find him. You know what I mean? So,
Instagram.
but what?
Y'all gotta
Y'all
stop.
don't know how
Stop
they
it.
met. Y'all don't know how they met. They might
Stop
have met
it.
on Instagram.
That's true.
He probably liked her picture. Anyway,
That's true.
so he's back out there, right? Yep. So look, she let him go at 10 o'clock. By 10:01, I'm on that. I like another picture.
You know, but okay.
You gotta fill the rest of that.
Okay, for her defense, in her defense, she is like, I thought he was this, but when we broke up, he turned and flipped.
No, it's coping skills, right? So it's like it's something that he's doing to cope. Like I told y'all in full transparency, like I've had this issue before where when I was younger, I felt insecure about people I dated, the way they treated me.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And so, yeah, if I'm in my flesh, if I'm all wound up in my flesh, then yeah, I'm going to cope in a way that makes me feel comfortable at the moment. It may not be right.
Yeah.
It may not be right. And I may think about it later, but now you're talking about going and liking a whole bunch of having naked selfies? No, but attractive women, yeah, that might be something.
All right, so let me, okay.
She never said they were half naked. She never said that.
So on that point, I think if you're hurt,
yeah,
and you just broke up with somebody, the girls he's liking may look a little more naked than they actually are. I'll just put that out there.
Wow.
They may look more naked to you because they may just look normal, but
you got jealousy guys.
They may just look a little more naked than normal. Number two, I think her fear is that he was hiding his true self when he was with her.
No, I think the fear is that he didn't put enough. He's not hurt as hurt as she is, right? Like he's already bounced back.
Yeah, but his bounce back is his hurt.
Yeah, he could be.
That's it. That's what it is.
He could be like, "Oh, you don't like me? Well, then let's see.
Yeah,
we gonna see who gonna like me. I'm gonna make sure you see who's gonna like me."
Yeah. Is that wrong? Now that's the big question.
No, it's not wrong.
No.
Absolutely
wrong.
No. I'm gonna tell you how I responded to a breakup, which is similar. It's similar. But it also shows you how God has his hand on me, because even when I was trying to wild out, he still had me. I broke up with somebody beginning of college, and I'm the kind of person I never drank, never did nothing, right? That night hurt me so bad that the guy who had always been offering me alcohol, I went over to his room and was like, "Yo, give it to me." Give it to me. And the problem was it was frozen, and I went to drink it and it was all ice.
God loves you.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, let's go. And this is when Usher's
Let It Burn.
Out tonight.
Oh, you don't have to call?
You don't have to call.
So I was like, yo, got in the car, blasted that, went downtown. This is when Morris Brown, they were filming some football movie.
Oh, yeah.
So
Remember the Titans.
Oh, remember the Titans, yeah.
So we drove down there, tried to, be in the scene, whatever. Nobody was there.
Wow.
Tried to. Was it drum? It might have been Drumline. It was Drumline.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah.
It wasn't the Denzel. But tried my best. I hit a car that night.
Wow.
Hit and run.
Sean.
It was like one of those.
Fam.
He wasn't even drunk.
It was.
I know. The ice. He had a little ice
It
check.
was one of those bump and then snap.
I think it's okay now.
I was trying to wild out. I was trying my best.
Kyle was up there having laughing. The angel was like, "Yo, get us some popcorn. Let's watch this real quick.
What's crazy
Let's watch
is
this
version of
Look at
Wildin'
Sean
Out
trying
is
to
like
do
the
this.
softest version of anybody else.
That's what the story behind R-rated nights is.
I tried to take a drink.
It should be PG-13 nights.
Come on.
And I left, son. I
That's
left.
no.
I wanted to
That's
go
R-rated
mingle
nights, right?
downtown.
That's R-rated nights.
Yeah.
PG-13.
It was PG-13.
I wanted to go mingle
It wasn't
downtown.
PG-13. It was PG.
But God wouldn't let me do it.
Except for the car.
G-rated nights.
I was trying my best to wild out, and like God just would not let me.
Okay.
Wouldn't
Yeah,
let
that's
me.
real.
But the point is
That's real.
it was in reaction to being hurt.
Yeah.
That's
And he could just be doing this because he knows you're gonna stalk his page,
Yeah.
and he knows you're gonna see what he likes and doesn't like,
Yeah.
and he's trying to hurt you.
But here's another thing, though. I think we kind of talked about this already a little bit, and you said it best. It was like you can't put your feelings on somebody that's not yours all the way. Like you can, or you can show emotion and show love, but you can't be like all over them. And so when you break up, it's like I wonder what he's doing, or what he's watching. You can't live your life like that. Even when it's over, you have to figure out like, man, I miss him and all like that, but I don't want to stalk him to see what he's doing.
Why you let him go? Like if it's such a big deal, if you gotta know what he's doing at this point, he shouldn't be liking pictures. You want him to suffer.
Yeah.
That's what you want. You wanted to figure out if he meant enough to you for him to actually suffer, right? At least for a period of time, right? And now you find out he's not suffering at all.
No, but
what's the breakup for?
I agree with you, but she's at least saying that the problem is that he doesn't seem to be acting like a Christian man anymore.
That's what she's at least saying the problem is.
But what? Okay, he's not acting as a Christian man. What does that mean?
No,
exactly.
It's in her opinion
Right.
that he's not. That's not what a godly man would do.
Adding that in there.
To
You're adding that.
So what if it's true?
But
What if the
different.
real hurt is I thought he was this kind of guy, and it turns out he just chasing tail?
That ain't the hurt.
No. So the
That
issue
ain't the
is
hurt. Because if he was chasing, right? If that's what, like, okay, did he break up? Did y'all break up because he was trying to get at you in a sexual manner, and you said no?
No.
If that's not it, then that's not his character. Because he already had a girl. He had a girl, right? Who could have been like the girl who he tried to pursue in that way, right? So he was already. If he was the chaser, or he was just trying to get some, right? You were the one he could have got some from. But if y'all didn't break up because he was trying to get some from you, that's true.
not to get married.
Right? He didn't. What are you talking about?
You were saying you were the one he could have got something from.
No, I'm saying you. I'm saying you were the one.
If he was like
you were the one he could have asked for, approached for the stuff if you wanted it. That's all he was about. But that's not the situation here. So whatever you broke up with him for, now you're what are you talking about?
So anyway, so
There's no. It's
I would say if you're the one that got rid of him, you shouldn't care.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
right.
If he's a good man or not, because it's not your man.
Yeah.
Secondly, I do think it could just be a reaction to you hurting him.
Yeah.
He could just be trying to hurt you back.
Mm.
I don't think I haven't seen the pictures he's liked. My assumption is they may not be as bad as you think.
Yeah.
I would need to confirm.
She probably showing that shoulder. She probably showing too much shoulder in one picture. You know what I mean? Too much neck in another picture.
A winking one.
Yeah. Too
Well,
much.
here's what I'll say, right? I think
Too
that
much.
I think in this person, their mindset might have been, did I miss something, or was I led astray in my own thinking to give this person the credit that I shouldn't have given them, right? Because the only concern it sounds like is that he's making moves that you don't think are godly character moves, and so now you're looking at it like, okay, he's liking these pictures. She said in her email that he should be at church group. He should be talking to his pastor. He should be. I wouldn't have done any of those things.
He should be recovering.
I wouldn't have done any of those things. I wouldn't be at my church group asking them, "Yo, put arms around me. I just broke up with my girl." Like, I would be in my mind saying, like, "Okay, God, I'm gonna deal with this the way I know how." My flesh is in my.
I think the real conversation.
I'm gonna tell you what these two did.
Yeah.
With a different girl.
What's the bounce back? Like, I think that's the real question. How should we? When you break up with somebody, and we got a lot of men on our live chat.
Yeah.
What's the bounce back should be from a Christian perspective?
I'm gonna tell you what these two made me do.
I'm
I'm gonna tell you what these two made me do. They took me out to a restaurant and they were like, "Go holler at so and so."
Yeah.
Yes. We went out to
piece manifested itself.
Bro,
we took this man to Atlantic Station. We took this man to Atlantic Station, and our waitress was hitting on him.
Toxic.
Do you remember that, Rick?
Yeah.
We took him to Atlantic Station, and our it was ESPN.
We went to, no, it was Fox. It was Fox Sports
there you
in
go,
Atlantic
Fox
Station.
Sports Grill, and our waitress was hitting on him so hard. We waited
Sean had
to
his
the
glasses
restaurant
on,
closed. The restaurant closed.
Nah, not that
and
night.
we didn't see it happen.
Not that night.
But I remember that night.
So their solution to the problem is go chase something else and get excited about something new.
Yes.
So that's a natural guy response. That's not my personal response, but they know that my tendency is to just keep going back. Even though you got out of a bad situation, keep chasing it. Keep chasing the old situation.
We wanted you to see your worth that night. We wanted you to know that the person that hurt you they didn't even have the shred of competency to know that you were a good guy, right? And so we were out there saying, hey, watch this pretty attractive girl find the good qualities in you right now. That's what I was thinking when we were doing that to you.
She didn't.
No, she gave it in the email. Right? Did she hit you with the email or something like that?
No.
Oh, she didn't give you your last name?
No.
He
It was something like that.
He got something out of it.
I hope y'all
got
don't
the
get in
first
trouble.
name.
He got something out of it.
I got in trouble.
Let me clarify though.
7 years later.
Let me clarify though. We're not talking about the end of a marriage. Right?
Yeah.
That's not what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So if there's an end of a marriage or something like that, that's a lot more serious.
Yeah.
It's a lot more serious, and you approach it a lot differently. What we're talking about is the end of a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, right?
But for her, it was going towards a marriage.
No, it wasn't because she broke up with him.
No, but that's what she wanted.
How do you know that?
She broke up
I'm
with
just
him.
saying, because obviously we don't date to just date, right?
We date for marriage.
Yeah.
She wanted
She
to be
broke
married.
up with him. Now this free man is supposed to live under non-free man.
One thing I would say to her is that you can't put rules on his life. That's not how this works.
Or judge him.
You can't put rules on his life like, yo, you should be doing this. You can't do that. Then now you're becoming God to them.
So
that's what it is.
So if you love this and you want to send in the Noteworthy so you can yell at you too, hit us up on Trackstarz.com.
How you want this free man to respond? He's supposed to sit at his house?
I would say this. A lot of this,
Netflix by itself.
The reason I told those stories about me is because I feel you, but the way people deal with hurt is different.
Yeah.
If you felt like there was something that you needed to do to end that relationship, end it. You're done.
Yeah.
Who cares what he does? Go find the person that you think you should be with who won't go look at naked.
I think we need a lady's response to this because they're going. We were just laughing too hard.
No.
Wait,
I'm trying to balance.
I don't think
Because
you are. You're doing good. But I can tell when we see our wives, they're gonna say, "What was that about?"
But
That's gonna happen.
The Noteworthy said, "I want to get a guy's perspective."
Yeah, that's true.
That's what this is.
Well, you got it.
Yeah.
I can think from a lady's viewpoint. Let me see.
Because if this was if this was reversed, what would you do?
I like to keep our ratings.
Well, if this was reversed, like if he broke up with her and was doing the same exact thing she was doing, and she was like liking Michael B. Jordan pictures, liking this guy picture, liking that picture.
He on the brain, huh?
Yeah, that's so crazy.
I know. I know.
So I'm just saying, like, yeah. His workout schedule. I had to follow it afterwards. I gotta do something.
It's
Yeah.
inspiring. But yeah, same thing, dude. Like, who cares what she's doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta. If you remove yourself from the situation, or you accept that it's over,
Don't do that.
or that you accept that it's over, then you have to move away from your thought process of caring. I know that when I ended my last thing before my wife, I was done. I didn't want to see any social media. I didn't want to hear anybody talk about her name. I was done. I was like, okay, God, let's move on to the next. I was done.
She didn't like her then.
Somebody asked, but still, what's the bounce back?
What do you mean? Like, how?
That
do
just
you,
I gave you a very clear
what is
bounce
the
back.
back?
The bounce back is you get your confidence back.
You talking about for the girl?
Whatever that
No.
looks like, you get your confidence back. That's
Somebody
the bounce back.
here asked, what is the bounce back?
The bounce back for the
Yeah.
girl or for the guy?
For the guy, I'm guessing is what Ryan just said.
Yeah, for a
it's
man,
it's
you get your
going to
confidence
it's
back.
going to Bible study group, hanging out with your fellas, and studying the Bible.
That's for women.
Now,
That's what she said. That
if your fellas ain't helping you find another girl, then no. That's what you need to be doing. That's the bounce back plan.
The bounce back make you so confident. It's like you could defeat the world. Like that's what it is. It's like, yo, word, okay, you don't want me.
So
Watch
I'll
this.
just say
And
for the
then
people who can't bounce, I'm not
That's
a
true
bounce
because
backer.
everybody can't bounce back like that.
You really have to realize that okay, let me tell you why it could be hard. Some people build a fantasy life for themselves before it happens.
Yeah.
Right? And you have to spend the time destroying that fantasy life that didn't exist.
That's right.
And it's hard for people because when you imagine yourself married to a person, you imagine your life with them, and then all of a sudden it's not there anymore. Some people have a hard time getting rid of that because it's still real in their head, and they think it's still gonna happen some other kind of way. And you got to realize that was fake. You made that up.
Yeah.
And you got to deal with the death of that and wait for what God has coming for you.
I think also people want the other person to be as hurt as they are. Like, I want you to be hurt. Why aren't you sulking in a room? Like, they almost expect you to send text messages like, I really miss you and this really hurts me and how's your day and that kind of thing. So to me, I feel like that's what somebody would want their response to be. Because I know, I'll be honest with you, the night I got engaged, those photos were going up on every social media platform.
You trying to hurt all
And I wasn't trying to hurt
Ryan
anybody.
is spiteful.
I was just representing for where I was in my life.
Petty righteous.
You see this?
Now
see
I
what I
look
got?
up. Now I look
See
up.
what y'all missing out?
And a lot of people, people unfollowed me that night, but I was still just representing.
You tagged
where
in
I
it?
was.
Let me ask you, you tagged in
No, I
it?
didn't tag
Yes,
it.
you did. Yes, you did.
That would have been
All right,
terrible.
so the lesson is guys are petty. You have to deal with
Isn't there a bounce back for the girl though?
It is a bounce back for her.
How does she bounce back?
Well, they think, well, it's
Go to
different.
Bible study.
Well, we
You in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. Lay up!
Okay, that was the saltiest Noteworthy.
We always do good on
Because look,
relationship
it's just
topics.
like, first of all, you mad because he liking somebody else's picture. You don't want him. You just said that you don't want him.
If he broke up with her, then I would
That's
probably
different.
be a little different.
You know what I mean?
Then it would be like, oh,
Had a
well,
lot
he was
more
trash.
sympathy.
Exactly.
Get rid of
But
him.
at the same time,
What do you think?
I think she's an idiot.
Never mind.
Tell me more.
Of him.
Okay.
He's not out there. He's not out there feeling good. He's not in the strip clubs. He's just like the pictures. Every red-blooded man on the planet, you have girls that are putting everything. Y'all saw the Thanksgiving dot pic.
Missed that
Everything
one.
out there. If you walk, no, seriously, any dude who didn't like a picture, going past that dot picture, that Thanksgiving dot picture, I'm gonna look at him and be like, so what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Why you not liking dot pictures? You're why you not liking dot
Why
pictures?
you not liking dot pictures?
Because now are you suspect?
Wait. I'm gonna challenge you on that. So you don't mind if your man?
No, please look. I'm looking too.
Okay. So you don't mind if he looks at other girls instead of you,
No,
as well as you.
I'm trying to see what I need to do to get in shape so you can start looking this way too.
Okay. So you want to know what he likes.
She on a self-improvement path though.
You want to know what he likes so that you know what to look for.
That's what Lala did. That's what Lala did.
You don't feel like, hey, you should only be looking this way.
The way that I think about men and cheating on is that, scientifically speaking, women have a set amount of age. Y'all sperms replenishes. We were put on this earth, even from Genesis, we were put on this earth to take care of that seed.
Oh, this song actually.
Versus the men having multiple sons with multiple wives. You were put here to feed the earth. Women are here to take care of that seed. That was the original purpose.
Okay.
So, I can't look at you here. If you go out there,
Wait.
if you go out there, if you do something,
Wait.
you come to me.
I see what you're saying. So you're okay with your husband cheating on you? You're saying that on TV
I say if
right
it
now.
happens, I'm not throwing everything that we've worked towards away. We're going to sit here and talk about this.
Oh, I see.
Now,
But talk about what?
No, if you sit here and you say, I'm in love,
Yeah.
then I got to let you go. But
So
if
as
this was
long as no
something-
love.
That's what I'm saying. If you're in love, you got to go. Because that means we're no longer vibing.
But seeds are cool too.
Huh?
Babies, that's fine. You just deal with that. And you're still there.
You're old. No, I'm saying if you're in love, you gotta go.
No love.
He has a baby with another woman.
Babies.
Are you still there?
That's love for your child, so you gotta go.
Oh, okay, love for anybody involved.
Yeah, that's love for your child, so you gotta go. But if you
So I
have
think.
Are we playing another song after this?
It does
One more
bother you,
song?
but you think it's normal.
Yeah, y'all said the rest of the other two.
Okay.
to me, it's about if I'm my own person, I don't believe. I actually don't subscribe to me and us coming. If we're married, you have yours and I have mine, and we love each other.
Yeah.
And that's what that is.
But you still like your own person,
Yes,
single,
I was like,
whatever.
if everything that I do depends on you. If I'm lurking on your Instagram, something's wrong.
Okay, I believe
That's what I'm
that.
saying. If
Can I
I shouldn't be lurking. They were only dating, and you talking about counseling in church, bro? Sit down.
Okay. Now, deep down inside, perfect world. You want him looking at them pictures? You
Wouldn't
want
bother
him?
me not one bit.
Huh?
That doesn't bother me one bit.
It don't bother you at all.
Now, if you shouldn't DM, I'd be like, yo, what you shouldn't DM though?
So you're
No,
saying
no,
look,
let's talk. Let's
saying
chat.
look
Pull
don't
her up.
Wait, do you
look
think
don't
it's
touch it.
possible? Do you think it's possible, like for yourself, do you think it's possible to have a man, right, who loves just you, his eyes are only for you, and he doesn't do that at all? Do you think that's even possible?
No.
You don't think it's possible? And that's where we start. To be honest
Yeah.
with you, that's where it started, right?
Yes.
Because that is possible. And I know
It's
you,
possible,
I know you think it's not, but it
and I
is.
have to ask myself the question. I'm a very honest and with myself. Is that possible for me?
Oh.
What if I'm not attracted to him?
Oh
I didn't
no!
say
Wait!
What if I'm not attracted to him?
Are you worried about marrying somebody you're not attracted to?
I am.
Why?
You don't have to.
Cause Atlanta?
But I'm from the that's
You don't have to do that.
It has to be. I want to be able to be sitting in there. I want to be able to. What attracts me is intelligence, the conversation. I want us to be able to see because if our bodies aren't working,
this
it
is
says
good.
I need you to be coming back and forth with me.
So
if something does happen, I need to know that I can have your back. If somebody throws acid in your face, it's
Yeah.
not gonna bother me.
yeah, no matter what they look
That's what
like.
I'm saying. I need to know that.
So you need to love
we're-
the inside regardless
and
of the
that's
outside.
what attracts me to a person.
And you're okay with them not having the outside if they have the inside.
Yeah, my
Which is
friends
good.
said
That's
they blame me
awesome.
a lot for that. They be like, "Why are you? That's none of your business."
But you still
I
think
want it.
you still think you
Oh,
need
wow.
the visuals from other people though?
I like to to look good for myself. Sometimes I look really mirror and be like, yes, and then she's working and it's coming up there.
No, you mean,
so if he doesn't have the visuals, no, you still need to see others do it.
Your visuals.
That's just for me. Men are very visual.
Yeah.
I can't just tell him, oh, you got to stop looking. That thing, the more you bog a man down, the more he wants to be free. If you give him a certain, let him be free.
Okay.
Let him choose you.
I'm gonna challenge you.
Okay.
All 4 of us in here are married. I don't know if Kevin's married. Kevin and Torrin are married. All right. None of us do that.
Do what?
Look at pictures, like pictures, fantasize about other people. But I'm saying it's possible. So if deep down inside.
Yes, you did say possible, but what else did you say in that sentence? Run it back to me. Challenge you. What did you say in that sentence?
Possible.
But you also said we are all married, so that ain't nothing to do with me.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm talking about in the future. I'm talking about in the future. I'm talking about.
Is this charged up?
You guys
So I need to
are
charge my
married.
phone.
Once you took that step into marriage, you made that choice to do what you want.
No, that's.
We're doing that here. This is warfare.
I believe you.
I'm saying wild dating, and I feel your warfare.
Thank you.
Like I feel you 100%. But what I'm saying is wild dating, right? Like I'm saying to you this, and I know you don't believe this, right? But men do exist, right? Men do exist who will see you, right, and let you be everything, and not have to look at this alike.
And will see you and think you are the best thing.
And think you're the best thing.
With myself, who's to tell you? I just did it like we've established that I'm an asshole. Who's to tell? Because I didn't just say I haven't already been like get married.
No.
Oh, you didn't already throw that dude away.
How do I not know? Like it might have been the one, and I might have been like,
We got topics on that. That's possible.
Yeah.
But
it's not over. Friend zone though.
It's not over.
For me, it is. I don't even date. That's one of the reasons Mr. Hayes has such a building to be working for him.
Because he knows you all 24/7.
He's like, she's at home. If I can't talk, he knows I'm either at my other job or something. It never occurs to him that I'm out doing anything with a male figure.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that either. You don't have to get married. I'm just saying.
I don't date because I don't see a future with another.
Gotcha. Okay, well that's fine. You don't have to. But all I'm saying is just know, because we've had these conversations. We used to work at Radio 1. We used to have these arguments all the time. It is possible. They do exist. So if your mind ever changes on that, just know that you don't have to accept that. It's not a guarantee.
If I find somebody and I don't have to accept that, then that would be.
It's gonna blow your mind.
Wouldn't that be great?
It's gonna blow your mind.
It's like not expecting it, but then all of a sudden, like, yo, I didn't expect a unicorn, but now I got a unicorn and a sweet potato pie.
Yes, and that's how you're gonna feel, and you're gonna feel special. I just want you to know that he's not lying. You don't have to look over your shoulder with him when you do find that one, because it's gonna happen. I believe. It's gonna. You don't have to wonder if he's putting on a farce. Guys really do this. They really live like that. No porn, no extra women, no cheating, no flirting, nothing.
I do have rose-colored glasses also because of the industry I work in.
Yeah, it's a tough industry.
I just like, it's literally, if you have a man say like Future, you gonna cry for this Phantom, you gonna cry for this Honda.
Yeah.
It is expected. If you're with a man with money and stuff like that, I got that from a person I know that he's in the industry and he did expect it. He said, you're gonna be eating good, you're gonna have all of this, you're gonna have financial security. But you need to expect that man is gonna have other women. It's just what it is.
It's a tough industry.
I'm telling you,
it's not guaranteed.
I'm telling you, that's not always what it is.
It's been one of the best relationships that I've actually seen hip-hop wise down her person. He cheated on her, and they were.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's perfect and it's tough, and even the guys I'm talking about, they may even fail too. But just know that there's people who don't like. We were challenged before we got married, and we didn't have sex before marriage, nothing. We were challenged. They said you don't exist. You're lying. You're fake. You're gay. Whatever. They said that is not true, and we proved it.
I'm not gonna say that. I had a best friend for a very long time. Once he got out of his other marriage, like no, before that marriage, before they got married, they weren't having sex. Like he was celibate, and when he got married, he was celibate for a very long time. And I didn't find anything wrong with that. I think that that's a place for you to come down to yourself spiritually, get where you need to be to actually be able to see straight. However, it's very in this day and age with the people, kind of I come into contact with all all the time. It's just not, it's not
Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up.
Nah,
Hang around us. You'll see it.
it's tough. It's tough.
I don't know because also,
But it's always been tough.
Christians find me very offensive.
You feel it?
I talk and say, I'm never gonna make, I don't get angry with people, but it makes people angry that I don't get angry because they get up in arms, especially if people coming at them or you're saying something opposing to their views, they get hardcore, and then when I'm not,
30
it's
seconds.
like, oh my God, you crazy person.
I got you.
And they come to me. It just happened to me at work the other day. He like literally came for me and I was like, sir, calm down.
But those people are done.
Don't
Don't worry about that.
Those people are
Not all like that. Okay.
10 seconds.
All right, back in the field with the track stars. Ryan Righteous, Sean Tan, and DJ Jeremiah was good.
All right, this segment is sponsored by Unapologetic Clothing. Go to unapologeticmerch.com. It's hoodie season, y'all. It's time to go out and get the winter gear for your clothes, your closet, man. Make sure that you spruce it up a bit. Make sure you guys out there looking fly in your urban gear, all right?
All right, so we are almost done with our Dash experience here. It's been an awesome
Yeah,
time.
man.
Great.
Yeah.
Last story we want to talk about. If you haven't heard, there was a Christian that went on a missions trip to, I can't remember the name. I was trying to find it just now. I think it's called Sentinelese.
Yeah.
And it's a isolated island in the Andaman Islands off of the coast of India, southern coast. And it's been untouched for a ton of years, right? These people have had very minimal contact, and the contact they have had has been bad. So he's had a heart for them since he was a kid. And he went on his own to the island, and they killed him. So the question Jeremiah sent to Ryan and I was this a faithful thing, or was he being foolish?
Yeah.
Was that smart for him to do this, or was he, fighting a good fight and it just didn't work out? How are we viewing this guy that died?
Yeah, so after I read the article and I thought about, what he was trying to do, I think you made it the best point where you said you got to do your homework on these things, right? You got to know exactly what you're walking into, how the situation might go, and then whether or not you're actually hearing if you're the one that's supposed to do this. Yes, Scripture does say that every knee will bow, every tongue will confess. Yes, it does say that we need to go out to all the corners of the world and preach the gospel. But it also didn't say anything about being in the place where God didn't ask you to be in, right? Because we talk about that all the time. The safest place to be is in God's will, where He has you willed to be, your purpose. And so for me, I'm looking at it like that was very risky, very gutsy to go out there and do that, especially when you're talking about an uninhabited people who don't know the outside world. Yeah. They would need way more than you just going up and talking about Jesus for them to understand exactly what you're talking about. They need to know how our world is set up, the structure of a savior, and why you need a savior. Like it's more than you just going, not speaking the language. I don't know how you plan to translate or whatever, but yeah, that to me is just like it's a suicide mission.
Yeah. My first reaction was foolish. That was dumb. The more I heard about him, I feel his heart though. I think he had a pure reason for going. I think he is admirable that he wanted to help these people and he actually had a heart for them. The only reason why I feel like it's a little foolish is, if you know anything about these people, I did some research on them. There was a guy, I think he's from England, I can't remember exactly where, but he went around to these Andalusia Islands, I can't remember the name, and he picked up some of the people from this island. And they were friendly with him, they didn't throw arrows at him or anything. He picked up an older couple and 2 kids. And he was a little weird. He would take pictures of the guys naked in strange poses and kind of creepy stuff, right? And then they took the old people and the kids, and the old people died, and they sent the kids back to the island. And people think possibly did some weird stuff with the kids. So their interaction with people has been bad. Yeah, it's been bad. So now it's like, yo, screw all y'all. And the other reason is they haven't been exposed to any of the diseases that we have been. So somebody with a cold could kill half of them if they showed up on the island. So not only are you putting yourself in danger, you're putting them in danger. So that's why I'm like, that's a little foolish for you to just run up in there. I don't know what their language is. I don't know, like, can they read what like, what do you, how you doing this? Now, I hope my sister puts in the chat, there is a documentary of another group of people who did something similar. And it was a similar story. They went to the island, the guy ended up getting killed, but they kept going back, and they eventually won him over, and everything turned out good. Mm-hmm. But I just feel like him being by himself, not really taking in the dangers all the way, not really having a plan to get out. Yeah. Like it just I felt bad for him, but I also felt bad for them. Yeah.
But they were saying that people are coming together to like try to get his like body, but also find the people who did it so they can go to jail.
They can't do that.
No, can't do that.
So they can't prosecute someone who's not a part of.
That's what they're wanting. That's what they're wanting. It's like a GoFundMe for it too.
So technically, they invaded. He invaded another country basically. So it's almost like an act of war. Yeah. Like you go over there, we don't have to get your people back. That's how. I mean, who's going to negotiate that? I read going over there and keep getting killed.
Yeah, I read the story and the part where it was saying that he went one day before he died, and they threw arrows at him, and then he went back. And I was like, I don't think I would have went back. Nah. I think it would have been a wrap for me, fam. Like, if you seen, it's like it was just like, man, that's crazy. Like if it was like there is not no love, but just like, we don't want you here. Get out of here. That was your warning right there. So it's like, at that point, is God really still saying, go witness? So go be a martyr.
The counter is that a cop-out?
That's true. That's true. I'm
even in the face of danger, should you still risk your life to go help these people?
Because I think at the same time, it's like, I have to go give them the word. I have to do that. And it's like, sometimes God is like, I got people to give them the word still, regardless if you go or not. But I think sometimes we want to be super Christian about it and be like, yo, we need to go do this. I'm not saying not do a mission trip. I'm not saying do nothing, don't witness. I'm saying that sometimes we have that in us that we got to save the world when we know the person that saved the world. You know what I mean?
The article from the Washington Post said that they wondered if he suffered with the Messiah complex, right? And that's, I posed that question to y'all. Do you think there's a possibility that he may have had the Messiah complex?
Without knowing him, I don't know. I'd have to watch his, because he was like an adventurer a little bit too, right? He filmed his adventures and stuff. So my first thought was maybe he just wanted, to hang this on his wall. Like, I was the one that did such and such. I don't know. I hope it was a real, genuine concern for these people. I was sad to see that they were black. I don't know if they're African, but they're black, right? And the immediate reaction I saw on Twitter was like, "Oh, these savages," Da, da, da. It's like, that's not fair to them. You know what I mean? They made it clear, stay off our island. They're Indian, yes, but they're black.
No, they're just dark Indian.
So what I mean is they made it clear, don't come here. So I just feel bad that if you went there and you died, and there's been people who they've killed in the past too. They made it pretty clear, I don't want you to be here. And some people have gotten through by sending them coconuts and stuff like that. But even the guys that they've been like, oh, thank you. Now go away.
Here's a question, right? Is there more to this story that's not being reported? Because you're saying that they have not retrieved the body, right?
No, they're saying that they saw somebody dragging his body.
Okay, all right. So then there's someone else on another boat taking photos or videos.
That's what I was trying. How did they know all this?
To me, it seems like he didn't go over there by himself.
He didn't. He had a translator.
Oh, so he wasn't by himself.
He wasn't. He had somebody with him traveling over there.
I need to see a movie on this. Where was the translator? How did the translator get
I don't know. I'm just reading what the story was saying. It was on like ChristianPost.com, and it was just saying that he had somebody with him, like kind of like telling him like go this way, go that way, or like traveling with him. But that's why they said they saw somebody dragging.
But so the thing is that it looked like from there's an aerial shot of a boat, right? Which I'm assuming that he sailed on.
No, there's been a boat there for hundreds of years.
Okay, so that's
an
not
old boat.
That's an old boat.
Yeah.
Okay, so to me, I just want to know, how did all these accounts get recorded and reported back to us, right? So to me, it sounds like somebody saw him going down and they left the scene.
My whole thing is, who's your advisory committee? Like, who are you talking to prior to making this?
He was connected to a ministry team, and they sent him. They said the lady was on CNN, and they were like, "We sent him there."
They sent him.
Well, he wanted to go, but they blessed it. Like they were like, "Yeah."
Oh, they blessed it.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't go.
They didn't go. Mm-hmm. He didn't want anybody to go. Mm-hmm. Some people said that they were willing to go, ready to go, and he said, "No, I want to do it on my own. I don't want to put y'all in danger."
But in his mind, he knew he wasn't coming. He thought there's a possibility he wasn't coming back.
No, he said he didn't want to die.
Yeah. He
said
word.
Yeah, he said I don't want to die.
Yeah, he wrote
a letter the first day. That's what I'm saying.
That's the letter where he said, "I don't want to die. I'm scared." And he went back again. That's when they killed him.
I don't want to die.
Is that dumb or is that?
Who will take my place if I do?
Yeah, no, that's dumb. Because he just said, "I don't want to die."
No, that's hard.
Arrows at him.
Right? That was hard.
That was the warning to get away.
Yeah, that is the warning.
So then you go back, like, nah, you know what?
But we can't call somebody's what they feel God's called them to do dumb. Because somebody could be looking at us like, yo, y'all, what y'all doing is dumb.
You can't.
You know what I mean?
You can't be in another man's faith closet.
Chasing his tail.
You also can do the litmus test, right? You also can do the litmus test to determine, is this godly? Like, is this God feel, God's spirit, God?
Still saved after the show.
I said you can do a litmus test to where you can determine whether or not this is God. Like, okay, because you sit there, you look at scripture, and you determine whether or not this is really what God wants you to do. Do you want to go? Am I telling you to go over here and get yourself killed in this situation? Like, to me, it's like almost like makes more sense for him going to Iraq and trying this. You know, but you're going over there, you're trying to get a bunch of people converted.
But if you ever really read in the Bible, when people were sent out, I mean, sometimes they didn't. Their situation wasn't great. That situation
people got killed.
But it was people. It was, and you can get killed. But we're talking about going over to a place that does not know about the outside world. So all they see is an enemy. All they see is someone invading their space.
They know enough to kill.
And I'm gonna tell you why that doesn't matter to this guy. Or didn't. It says, "Go to the ends of the earth, preaching the gospel." This is an untouched place. It has to get touched. Right. That's it. And he felt like nobody else is doing it. I'm gonna do it.
But that's the thing. He said, "I don't want you to go with me." He should have had somebody go with him, right? You don't go out by yourself. Jesus didn't send the disciples out one by one. Send them out two by two.
That's
so
true.
My thing is, he needed to have somebody with him that felt the way that he did, that would allow this situation to, I guess, even make sense. Going on your own, not being able to defend yourself, not being able to, I mean, if he took a translator, then yeah, he did go with two people.
No, he didn't.
No.
Oh, so then yeah, this is, I mean, obviously somebody saw this happen to him. So who is that person and how?
Do they have guns?
Arrows.
No.
It's just straight arrows?
Yeah. They're good with them though, because people are scared. Like people, like the Indian government has tried to interact with them, and they were like, "Leave them alone."
Because they nice with it.
But they're nice.
Yeah.
What you think about taking a piece over there?
And it'd be dead wrong to just drop a drone on them, right?
Piece for piece.
But you see, that's the other problem. It's like this is dangerous to them too. Like you let's say somebody's like, all right, well, I'm gonna bring some protection with me. You gonna kill the people you try to.
No.
I'm gonna protect myself.
I'm just gonna say, please stop throwing arrows.
They can't understand you.
They won't know what a gun is though. You pull it to the gun. I'm quicker than your arrow. You want to see?
So that's why.
But what's the interpreter for, right? Because you have the interpreter there, right? The translators.
Fake news. So what I'm saying is, it's like that. You're putting them in danger. You got to take this into consideration. You're walking to a place, killing them. I just saw a movie that was kind of like this. Anyway, you're putting them in. Is it worth? I know you want to get them the gospel. How would you do it? I guess let's end with that. What's the right way to do it? Because you can't just say, "Well, forget them." Right?
Can't you airdrop stuff? Like, did you say something about airdropping gifts and stuff?
Just take a drone, an Amazon drone.
No.
Not the Amazon drone.
I mean, you need to.
You know, they have planes where they in third world countries they don't like land it. They just drop it down.
So we just bombing blessings on them?
No, I'm just saying that's what they do. That's what America does to other countries. Is like instead of landing, sometimes they just drop stuff down and their parachute drops it, and then they get it and they know where it comes from.
Aren't they gonna start shooting at the planes though? Or throwing the arrows at something?
Not in the super sky, like way up. You know what I mean?
What type of arrows are you talking about? Vibration?
I don't think this has a good answer to it, because there's several different things that you could think. One, leave these people alone, right? But then you do negate what the word says, where you go into all the corners of the earth and you preach the gospel. But then two,
it needs to be a bigger force going. It needs to be somebody.
Them with the word.
I wouldn't say invade them with the word. I'm saying
every other crusade.
I'm saying
invade with the word.
If India is saying stay away from these people, then it needs to be India that decides one day we're gonna go in there, right? It doesn't need to be a bunch of Americans trying to go out there and figure this thing out. It's not our fight.
So, but what are you saying? You think it? But Indians.
I mean, the guy was Asian. This is an Asian country.
But the country,
I didn't know that.
The country of India is not like.
I thought he was a white gentleman.
No, he was Asian.
No.
I mean, he's American. But
okay, American. Asian. Okay.
So I don't know if Christianity is the major religion in India, right? So the Indian government's not going to push Christianity on this group.
So I think this was a Chinese, if I'm not.
But just interacting with them, period. You need to have somebody who I guess would even see as close enough to them. You know what I mean? Like this is just not is nowhere near the United States for this to be an American issue that we tackle.
I just don't want nobody to listen to this and it's like, yo, I don't want to go no place. You know what I mean? I want the conversation to be like, don't try. Like, because people are called to nations to go reach them. You know what I mean?
But you gotta also have years of training, right? You have to have this.
You don't.
You have to be smart about it. Cause
you really
don't.
Are you
gonna get on a plane right now and go to Iraq and start talking about Jesus? Like,
I mean, if God gave me the situation and gave me the financial gain to do it, and I'm passionate about doing it,
you're gonna calculate this thing. You're gonna carefully think it out. You're gonna seek refuge from other people that are there that are already on the ground doing this. Like, it's a process that you gotta go through.
It is. It is a process.
Get on a plane and say, drop me here.
Well, for some people they do that, but it is a process with churches. Sometimes when churches take you on a mission trip, they got somebody already there. They know where they're going to bring you, what you're going to talk about, what you're going to do.
Shout out to Scott Free, who told us about him going out to a third world country, and he's saying that it's illegal for them to have a Bible out, right? And so they had to do a lot of different maneuvering, and he had to go, and he had to get protection set up, and he had to have these people, you know, give them a place to stay. Like, there's a process to it. You just don't go and say how to give them the boat coordinates and tell them to drop.
I don't think they care if it was about a Bible or not. They just don't want you on the land.
Right, it's not about.
They don't know
what about his impact though.
Yeah, what if his sacrifice leads other people to figure out how to do it the right way? What if it was still for a purpose?
Yeah.
I don't think he died in vain. I think he did what God put on his heart to do.
Yeah.
But I think for some other people, it may look like this wasn't wise. You know what I mean? Like if somebody's giving you warning shots to leave their island,
especially when they don't know the language he's speaking, right? And then they also don't know why he's there. They don't understand anything about this world, our country. So you're really talking about just you're a threat to them the whole way. They don't see anything but you being a threat, and they're gonna eliminate that threat.
We may be assuming that they don't understand anything about the world. I mean, we are kind of assuming ignorance on this tribe, right?
That's true.
And I think, I mean, we're only saying that. Say it again.
How would they know?
Well, who knows who they send out and who they don't send out?
You think people leave this island?
Who knows? Like I don't know what we know about them. We're more ignorant about them than possibly they're ignorant about us, right? There's a lot more for us.
That's the way around.
I don't think so.
They have no electricity. They have no forms of modern technology to find out anything about it.
Like that, but I'm thinking if somebody using arrows as self-defense, they may be a little behind.
I mean, they may be a little behind, right? But who's to say they don't know? Like, we have no clue what they know and don't know. They know enough to make sure we don't invade them.
Yeah.
And they know enough to say you shouldn't come over because we don't have your diseases. They know enough to do that.
Yeah.
So what? I think we're kind of underestimating what they know and what they don't know. At the same time, we may believe that they don't know Jesus, right? And so I don't know, how you go about doing it. I don't know what the smart move is, but I do know that this guy. He did die. I don't feel he died in vain because I do feel all of a sudden that this tribe is on somebody's heart now. Does that make sense? And somebody will do something about it.
All right, man. Good show. Thank you, Dash.
Yes.
Today. You're in the field with the Track Stars, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. Leg up! Thank you, man.
Thank you. Yes, man.
Appreciate it.
Thank y'all.
Yeah.